Hello, everyone. Sorry for the lateness, but we're here. What's going on? Welcome to the TubCast, the January 1st TubCast. Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year, Lilith. How you doing?
Happy New Year, Dev. I'm doing quite fine. Lots of fireworks yesterday. And,
Do you do fireworks on New Year's Eve?
I don't, but other people do. And as well as, not as much fireworks as last year, though, because there was, a huge storm where I'm at.
Hmm.
And, the power went out for a large part of the city.
Oh,
Not,
really?
not at my place, though, thankfully. But,
Yeah.
I was out for dinner, and, on the way back, some of the stores entire sections were just blacked out, even the street lights and were out, and the red lights and green lights, they were out too, so cars had to be navigate like the good old days without street lights.
Were there cops out there, like, directing traffic?
There were no cops out there. It was like raining cats and dogs.
No. What the hell?
It
Your
was
police
it
are
was like
lazy. They at
not
least in Canada they do that. They'll have they'll have cops directing if the power goes out.
I don't think they have enough cops to be standing at every intersection, though. And I think the priority is mostly about fixing the lights and fixing the
Oh,
power to get it back on.
that's right.
There
It's
were
California. They've all been defunded. All the police have been defunded, and now you're just living in anarchy.
That's so true. But I did see a sheriff patrol vehicle out though, driving around, and they were driving really slowly because the roads were slippery, and California is just not built for rain. It's very usually very dry,
Yeah.
and we're not used to that.
Yep. So
But it's all fine now, though.
mm, there's no fireworks here in Canada because it's too cold. It's too cold every January 1st, so we just stay inside because it's too cold. There's no one like I heard every once in a while I'll hear someone try to do a firework and you hear like two go off and then that's it. The only fireworks shows that we have in Canada, aside from like going to a theme park or something, are it's for uh uh fuck, what's it called? Jesus Christ, Canada Day. How did I forget the name Canada Day? July 1st, Canada Day, the Canadian Independence. So on the first we do a big fireworks show. But other than that, there's not really any fireworks happening in Canada at all. Especially not for New Year. Um so what else happened recently aside from the New Year? Oh yeah. Did you hear about the news about Mr. Medicare, Lilith?
Oh, right. I saw him trending this morning, and apparently he's retiring, right? Or
He's retiring from life.
really?
Yes.
It's not that bad?
His
Like,
cancer has apparently spread to his brain, and he did his final stream yesterday. He's basically gonna be done at this point. R.I.P. in the
geez,
chats for Medicare.
that
You know,
sucks.
I had my beefs with the guy over the years. So did Sargon. So did everyone, really. But I don't think anyone ever actually wanted him to die. You know, so
Yeah, I mean, I obviously don't agree with him on lots of stuff, but I don't think anybody deserves to die, and especially not from cancer. Aside from maybe Hitler or whatever, or
all right,
or maybe Putin, or
Putin.
but, yeah, fuck him. But I don't think Medicare deserves that.
No,
Like
obviously not.
that really sucks, and it sucks for his girlfriend
Yeah.
too.
You're echo.
Um,
My voice is echoing back through your mic a bit. Do you have your headphones on?
I do. Um,
Oh, what's going on?
I've set too low though. I don't get why it's
Yeah.
maybe I need to put my mic further away. Here, is that better?
A bit.
See,
Yeah. Yeah. That's good.
let me lower your volume on my side, on my end.
Oh. Okay. Here, I'll
I can
adjust a
still
bit
hear you
too.
though.
All right. As long as you can still hear me, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
That sound good?
Yep.
Okay. You think Medicare was a character? Okay, Medicare was not a character. That was actually Jim's personality. All right. I did that legendary stream like 4 years ago talking to Latman, because Latman used to run with him back in the late 90s, early 2000s. And Latman revealed like all the details of what Medicare was like way back in the day when he was running the troll ops. This was always who he was. He was always this guy. Um, that being said, like uh, any drama, fights or any sort of like political disagreements or whatever, that all kind of goes by the wayside when someone's dying of a terminal illness, you know? So I wish him the best. R.I.P. I do hope that somehow he manages to pull out, but like he from what I watched of his final stream, it sounds like he's at the 11th hour. Like cancer's in his brain. There's no chance to save him. He's done. So R.I.P.
Yep, rest in peace.
Yep. Yep.
Well,
That's just how it
cancer,
is.
and we should find a cure.
Mm. I think we'll get there. Honestly, things are going so well. We'll get there within our lifetime. I think actually, things are doing pretty good. And you know what? Medicare even had like Medicare and Sargon had a bitter fight in like 2018, but even then, Medicare had good things to say about Sargon during the final stream. He mentioned to Sargon something like he said something to about Sargon, like Sargon pulled out of the UKIP scandal. He did the Lotus Eaters podcast. He's making a ton of money. He lost a bunch of weight. He's got a family. Like everything for Sargon's looking up. You know, Sargon's basically put himself together very respectably. You know, he owns a business. He employs other people. He's making money. He's making jobs. He's putting out a product people like. You know, things in Sargon's life seem to be doing just fine. He has a wife. He has kids. He has a daughter and 2 sons. You know, Sargon's redemption arc. And even Jim was like, I have to hand it to him. He put himself together in the end.
Tracy and Sargon's beef is like letting go of that.
Yep. That's pretty much what he was kind of letting go of old grudges in a sense.
Yep. That's good. I guess when you're like that, you kind of realize what's really more important in life.
Yeah. Sargon owns a whole Applebee's. Oh, God, the old memes, they were great.
And one day you will own the entire chain.
Oh, Jesus. Not all brain cancers are bad. Just look at John McCain's brain tumor. It did the ultimate sacrifice for us all. Jesus Christ, dude. Sargon's 5-hour stream last night was really good. I know he invited me on it, but like I had too much going. Okay, here's Dev's humble brag. Okay, I was invited on Arch's stream, like the Arch Kibs doing on the Archcast. I was invited on EFAP with Mahler and Rags and Fringy, and I was invited on Sargon's New Year's stream. All of them at the same time. And
did you appear on any of them?
I also had my own stream planned that night too. Last night. I appeared. Well, I did the weekly sip because you wanted to switch this podcast to today, so I switched it around. I did the weekly sip yesterday, and then I had a private call with Mahler about stuff unrelated to EFAP. It was private stuff, and then I talked with Kraut a bit, and these were like private calls. And then after that, I was like, okay, I can finally sit down and like do something productive. And so I went on EFAP for about an hour. And then I was like, okay, I couldn't stay for the entire fucking 18-hour stream of EFAP, but I could at least pop on and say Happy New Year's to everyone. So I stayed on EFAP for about an hour. And then like I had to like make dinner because Naomi was working a full shift yesterday. And so I was making dinner for her for when she came home because I work from home, so I can make dinner. That's fine. And basically, I realized I ran out of time to do like anything. Yeah, I ran out of time to do anything. So it didn't happen. It didn't happen. You know what? I'm probably gonna go on the Archcast next week though, and I'll find time to do something with Sargon. Sargon and I talk every day anyway. So Dev is too important for Sargon? No. He mentioned you, Dev. Yeah, I know. I was in the chat a bit while I was eating that dinner that I made, and I mentioned that very famous pro-pedophilia leftist book, Towards a Gay Communism, because that is okay. Listen, Lilith, you and we've had a few conversations in private, and I've meant, and you know, the whole like, what is LGBT ideology? You know, not just the people, but the ideology. What is the political ideology? And you've like in private like asked me like what I mean by that. What do other people on the internet mean by that? I'm gonna do a video on what that means, on specifically what that means, and why right wingers view all LGBT people as pedophiles. I'm going to do a video on why they think that, because there's absolutely a branch of the ideology that is explicitly pro-pedophilia. Now, most random gay and trans people aren't that at all, right? But in terms of political theory, there is a branch of it that exists. So I'm going to describe what that branch is.
All right.
And that will be.
I don't think that such a branch exists, but like.
Oh, I can show. I have the books, man. I can show you. I can read you the quotes.
There are fringe people saying weird shit in any community, though. Like,
yeah, but it's not fringe. It was Foucault. Foucault was like a mainstream part of the 1970s left. Like, he wasn't fringe.
I've never heard about him.
You haven't?
Okay, who the fuck is him?
Okay. Michael Foucault.
Like, whoever the fuck this Foucault says has literally no bearing on what I do in my day-to-day.
Let's see. Paul Michael Foucault, from 15th October 1926 to 25th June 1984, was a French philosopher, historian of ideas, writer, political activist, and literary critic. He basically invented the process of literary deconstruction, and he was like the first postmodernist. And he has a lot of he was a post-structuralist. He's got a lot of philosophy books that are very well known, like Madness and Civilization, The History of Sexuality. Now, Foucault is a pretty big deal in terms of leftist philosophy. And one of the things that people don't like to talk about is how he petitioned France in the 1970s to abolish the age of consent, because the true equality necessary for the socialist project to move forward also required equalization between the adult class and the child class of people.
That's fucking retarded, but like,
yes.
I don't give a shit about this Foucault person. He has literally no bearing on my life whatsoever.
No, same here, right? Same here.
Like, whatever he says, like, literally has, like, no bearing on, like, the modern day gay rights movements or anything, really.
I don't agree with that, but I do know that, like, in terms of, I feel the same way that I don't care about what Foucault says, because it doesn't affect what I do, right?
He can maybe say some things that are like, oh, gay people deserve rights, with his spiel about pedophilia and age of consent needing to be abolished or whatever the fuck. But like, that doesn't mean the entire doesn't mean there's like an entire subsection of LGBT ideology, quote unquote, that supports that.
Well, here's the thing. I think there is, but I also think that you don't have to subscribe to it if you're a gay person or a trans person. You can just be like, yeah, okay, that part of the larger tent movement is retarded and ridiculous, and I don't agree with it. It's pretty easy to say that, you know?
Yeah, well, yeah, I do disagree with it.
Yeah. Let me just see here. Right.
I'm pretty sure, like,
Foucault's views on underage sex. Foucault argued that children could give sexual consent. In 1977, along with Jean-Paul Sartre, Jacques Derrida, and other intellectuals, Foucault signed a petition to the French Parliament calling for the...
booze.
Well, no, those people are actually big deal in the postmodernist movement. Like when I took, oh god, it was 2007, I think.
If they're such a big deal, then why have I never heard of them?
I get the joke. Okay, so in 2007, I went to university. I took I was taking Introduction to Critical Theory. That's what it was. It was called Intro to Critical Theory, and I learned about Foucault's philosophy and Sartre's philosophy and Derrida's philosophy because they each had a section in the class. So this is like the bedrock of critical theory, right? And yeah, they all signed a petition to the French Parliament calling for the decriminalization of all consensual sexual relations between adults and minors below the age of 15, which was the age of consent in France at the time. And also Foucault, he traveled between France and French Tunisia in the 1960s, having sex with little boys there, where the laws were a bit more lax.
Lock him up, kill him. I don't care.
He's
Like,
already dead. He's already dead.
just kill him. Okay, good.
Yeah. But yeah,
But like, I don't care what these people say. Like, they're
Mhm.
they're sickos, and like, just because they might have said some things about like gay people deserve rights doesn't mean like Hitler also drank water, you know?
Yeah, no, exactly, right? Exactly. So we can, for example, take this part of the philosophy and throw it away while recognizing the rest of it as being fine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, I don't think any modern day like LGBT activists like, oh, but Foucault or whoever the fuck said this about age of consent, and we need to consider it as part of broader LGBT. And that shit doesn't happen.
Actually, I found people saying that too. There are people in universities writing papers saying exactly that right now, and they're referencing Foucault, and they're referencing Miele, and they're referencing all these people. So there is like an intellectual
They're
tradition.
university intellectual buttheads.
Yes, they are. Yes, I completely agree with you. They are university intellectuals who have been sitting in the ivory tower for way too fucking long. But nonetheless, they still write and they still influence other people. So it is important to talk about them. So
Fair enough.
I'm going to
But
talk
I
about
don't
that
think like it's fair
branch
to
of theory.
paint like the LGBT ideology, because when a lot of people say that, what they really mean is like gay people should exist and not be killed. That's what the average person mean when they talk about like
Yes. I completely agree with you. But this is why I think it's so important to talk about this other section, right? Because most people don't view these things as connected. You're like, oh, well, your average gay person doesn't actually want to have sex with children. They just want to live a relatively normal life. And as long as we allow them to do that, we don't interfere with them. We in some sense normalize them living a normal life. Then the world's better off. And it's like, well, that's all true, right? That's what most people think. So what we do have to do is point out, okay, here are the people that are saying all the weird things about, like, who have the weird political philosophy regarding pedophilia. Here's how they're connected to the other components of the LGBT movement, and here's why we should discard them. But that's going to take reading them and analyzing them and talking about them, which is why I want to do it. The main reason that I'm making this project, I'm doing this reading and I'm making this video, is to show that most people who are gay or trans don't agree with this stuff. And so this is a way to split them off and put them over in their own camp, away from, your average gay person who just wants to live a regular life.
Yeah. Well, that's fair. So yeah, today's topic.
Well, that was a great segue, Lil. Well, actually, I do have a bit of news to announce before we get on to today's topic, which is Andrew Tate.
Yes.
But very quickly, here's my quick bit of news. The other videos that I'm working on, I'm doing a video on whether or not the fascists were actually capitalist. The answer is 80% no and 20% yes, by the way. But I'm going to go through a lot of theory on that. I'm going to probably make a dissecting a degenerate video on Anita Sarkeesian, because Anita Sarkeesian has basically reached her end of relevancy. And so if I was ever going to do it, I should do it now, because she just went viral for basically the last time. Unless she goes out and commits a shooting or something, I don't think we're ever going to hear from Anita Sarkeesian ever again. She's now pettering out
from Anita Sarkeesian for years now. What the fuck does she even do these days? Her
So,
videos get like thousands, a few thousand views, and that's it. And like we get more views than she does, and we've never
yep,
been like on international news, and we've
gone to the
never
UN.
appeared in front of the UN.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Lilith, you and I, we both remember what Gamergate was like. Um, in fact, I think we even got introduced to each other during Gamergate. But basically, we
I think it was a little bit after Gamergate, I
a little bit
believe.
after. Well, what happened with Anita recently is that she got signed to do a new show on Nebula TV, and Nebula TV is like a streaming service, right? It's like a Netflix type thing. So she got signed a contract to produce a show for Nebula TV, and it's god fucking awful, and no one's watching it, and it's frankly making Nebula TV look bad. And this will probably be the last time she's ever tapped to do everything, because she went from, getting invited to the UN, giving all these speeches, working with all these companies, to running out of money, having no money to do fucking anything, not getting invited anywhere anymore. And now she's taking like this bottom of the barrel job, and she's just like ruining this company. So I think this is the end of Anita Sarkeesian. So I think this show came out. It went viral for a little bit, like a week or two ago, just based on how bad it is. And after that, it's just not. She's done. So if I was ever gonna do an Anita Sarkeesian video, I should do it this week. So I'm gonna aim to do it this week.
I don't even know why people pay so much attention to her. She's just some feminist with some generally milquetoast, somewhat sex negative views, and like, ooh,
Oh
male
no.
gaze, and ooh, the bad, the gamer bad, and it's just like, okay, yeah,
Um.
she's a dumbass with stupid opinion. It's just like, but the reaction to her is just like giving her so much attention. It's just like, I
Well.
mean, I don't blame you for wanting to do like a swan song for her, but it just baffles me that she got so much attention in the first place.
Yep. Yeah. No, I agree, but she's not milquetoast. In going through some of her old videos in prep for this video, she's like actually a socialist. She's actually there's a talk that she's giving where she talks about how there needs to be a revolt against the bourgeois and like straight up commie shit, and it's like, okay, all right, you're just worthless then. That's a
Yeah,
video from like
but like that's
2015.
also very like you hear that from a lot of people. You hear that from thousands and thousands of people on
And they
Twitter.
should
That's
all be
just like
thrown in the wood chipper, Lilith,
for having an opinion. I
for being
I disagree.
communists.
I disagree with communism and their opinions, but like they're they're free to have their opinion, and as
Oh
long as they
sure, but
don't
I'm gonna make fun of it though.
fuck with me.
I'm gonna make fun of
If
it
they
though.
try to
That's
fuck
okay.
with me and they try to take my property away, then they get they're about to find out how much I value my property over the
Their
lives of
life.
people trying to take away.
um. Oh, $5 from Tennyson. Thank you. How do you address the persistent rumors that Dev is Lilith in a fat suit? Elaborate. What? I am Lilith in a fat suit, elaborate latex mask, and the TubCast are pre-recorded to fool people. So we're the same person? Is that what you think?
Hmm.
Yeah. I don't know about
That's
that one. I mean, the rumor that you're having sex with Naomi behind my back is a more possible rumor than that.
it's true. I am the bull.
Are you?
You watching in the closet.
So anyway, I'm working on that. I'm working on the Anita video. I'm working on the where the Nazis actually capitalists video. One more video that I can't recall. But anyway, the reason that I'm pointing all this out, guys, is that on Jesus Christ, January 6th to January 12th or 13th or something, I'm gone. I'm going to be offline for 1 week. There will be no
Okay.
SFO videos. There will be no SFO streams. There'll be no weekly sip. There'll be no TubCast. There'll be no SFO arcades. There'll be nothing. I'll be gone for 1 full week. I'll be vanished. fully offline, unplugged. I'm nowhere. Okay. I won't even. I
January
won't.
6th, huh? Where were you?
It just okay. That was a coincidence. All right. That just so happens. I'm gonna be gone. I'm gonna be gone. Okay. And I'll come back in a week. And however, over the course of that week, all right, from the 6th to the 12th, the channel will automatically upload at 10 a.m. every day a completely uncensored, decopyrighted version of the Rings of Power watch party videos that you and I, Lilith, did with Arch and Kibbs and Taftaj for a few episodes. All right. And basically, I uploaded those videos with no censorship on them at all. Like 6 months ago, I let the copyright strikes work through. They're all completely clean. There's no copyright strikes. There's no community guideline strikes. There's no limited monetization. They're like the authentic, the definitive way to watch our watch party videos. So those episodes of the Rings of Power watch party will come out one a day for the entire week that I am gone. So you guys can enjoy those videos while I'm offline, and then I'll come back on the 13th and I'll be posting new videos. So that's the plan. I'll be gone for a week. Oh, there's a €5 from Tanushi. Thank you. If you had Sarkeesian in a shibari with the lasso of truth, would she stand for any position she stated to have had for the past 15 years? I'm not sure. I don't know. I mean, maybe. But why did you say shibari? Like that. You went from just regular lasso of truth to some fetish shit. Do you have the hots for Sarkeesian, Tanushi? Is that what's going on?
I mean, I might after a few drinks.
Really?
Yeah, it's perfect candidate for disinterested hate fucking, you know?
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. That actually makes sense. Yeah.
Consensual, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Before anybody starts accusing me of sending rape threats, it would be wholly consensual. But it would
just do
require
it.
2 drinks on my part.
Just send the rape threats in real life. So wait, hold on. Are you saying wait? Are you saying you wouldn't even rape her?
I wouldn't even rape anybody ever.
Oh, okay. Are you pulling a Sargon?
I just gotta be well, I don't think anybody could pull a Sargon. It's gonna take a lot to replace replace Googling UKIP rape man and having somebody else's picture show up.
God, he got such a fucking bad rap from that. It was incredible. The UKIP rape man. What a fucking nickname. Holy shit.
I mean, try to Google it right now and see what picture pops up.
Yeah, it'll be Sargon's. UKIP rape man. Yep. It's Sargon and Dankula. And Sargon's like in a suit looking official, and Dankula's like clearly fucking hungover, just rolled out of bed.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh,
And poor Sargon.
Dankula. And poor Sargon too.
$10 from The Last, thank you. It's true that her popularity is dead in recent years, but Sarkeesian influence in Western entertainment, especially video games, has damaged it for many years to come. I think we're on the hump. I think we're on the hump of it. Like, a lot of the woke nonsense in media is actually being filtered out as companies have begun to like hit that critical mass of losing money and people losing interest in them. I think it'll be bad for a few more years, but we're definitely on the hump. We're coming over the hill right now. $2 from random user. Look up a photo of red panda. It's emotionally pure. What's a red panda? It's just like a panda that's red. Oh yeah, it's like a little raccoon looking thing. That's cool. Oh, that's neat. $5 from Spartan Killer. The only time I was happy to hear someone was diagnosed with cancer was Hanoi Jane Fonda. Speaking of which, is that terrible woman even still alive? Was Hanoi Jane the Westerner who like helped out the Vietnamese? Was that the story there? I don't know. Oh, Jane Fonda's 1972 trip to North Vietnam earned her the nickname Hanoi Jane. This is a story that I don't know. I guess she was like a celebrity back then who went to North Vietnam and did like basically tried to like make them seem reasonable, but she was an American. All right. No, she's still alive. She's 85 years old. She's still alive, guys. $10. Any thoughts on Jim's retirement? We talked about it at the start. We talked about Jim's retirement at the start, and I just wish him well. You know, it doesn't seem like there's much hope of him pulling out. Maybe a miracle will happen and he will survive, but doesn't seem to be the case. It's a sad story all around, and that's it. I wish him well. Okay. I just googled Jane Fonda, guys. Okay, so that's basically the interesting things that have happened recently. What I plan to do over the course of my my week off, what videos I have coming up, the gym stuff, that's happening. No. Internet aristocrat, Mr. Medicare, that Jim. He's R.I.P. So I guess it's time for us to move on to the topic of the day, which is Andrew Tate getting arrested. And thanks for all the support and super chats, guys. I do appreciate it very much. Wait, Lilith, are you still there?
I'm still here. Yeah.
Oh, I've just been rambling for a few minutes. I thought you weren't even. I thought you were gone.
No, you're still here.
All right.
I just
yes,
don't really have a lot to add about James Fonda because
I don't even know who she is, man.
neither do I.
Yeah. But you're the American here. You should know all that shit.
I am only an American in the sense that I moved here. Unfortunately, I'm not too familiar with all of the factors and all of celebrities out there.
Wait, do you have citizenship?
I do.
Oh, okay. All right.
So the haters can't can't report me and get me deported.
Let's see. Yeah, everyone in the chat's asking what's happening to Mr. Medicare. He has cancer. He is dying. He's been dying of cancer for a while, but it seems like it's finally become terminal. And he did his final stream last night because the cancer I think has spread to his brain. So he's going out. So, R.I.P. Oh, Hanoi Jane went to North Vietnam and berated a bunch of American POWs. What a piece of shit. Damn. Wait, Lilith's not American. She's Californian. That's funny. Ba-da-ba. Okay. So, is Nick Fuentes out of the closet yet? No, he never will be. He never will be.
But Dev, having sex with women is gay.
Jesus.
The Greeks had it right, all right?
Yep.
When you're a man, you're supposed to have sex with manly men, and that way you assert your dominance.
Yep.
Your masculinity.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're having sex with women, it's because you can only dominate people that are feminine and perceived as weak.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why you're gay.
Yep. I had to.
You're gay for dating Naomi.
Oh, okay. Makes sense. I got into an argument with Sargon on a stream like a month or two ago, where I was basically trying to tell him that you can still have sex with men and be straight. What you have to do is you have to conquer your enemies as a hyper-masculine man would, and then put all of their fighting men to the sword. And then you just fuck all of their feminine men and then turn them into your boy wives. And then you have your harem. and that is a way. That's how you basically you turn your enemies into women, and that's how you can be straight and still fuck men.
So true.
That's how it is.
That's how you become the apex of masculinity.
Mhm.
That's the alpha male here.
Yes,
You fuck the betas and the omegas,
and the omegas,
and I don't know whatever designations people have,
the
betas,
si-
thetas,
the
or
sigmas,
whatever.
the sigma grind set. Okay,
Nah,
speaking
the
of
sigmas don't fuck
alphas,
anybody. The sigmas are too focused on making the dosh
that's
and
right.
grinding.
That's disgusting. Though that's mega gay. It's so gay it wraps around and becomes straight again. Um, so speaking of alpha males and sigma males, it's time for us to finally talk about Andrew Tate. Now, when I hear alpha male,
Ah, now that's a good segue.
yes. When I hear alpha male, I think of like an extremely buggy, like an alpha version of a software. So because not yet ready for release,
Yep, not even a beta yet.
not even a beta
You're
yet.
just like, it's just a bunch of scrambled codes, and it's just like, nobody knows what the fuck is going on. It works somewhat sometimes,
Yeah,
but
it sometimes works. Yeah.
it needs more work.
Oh, $5 from Spartan Killer. Thanks. She went. This is probably about Hanoi Jane. She went onto radio in the country, berated POWs while they were being tortured, then called vets war criminals and advocated for their executions. Wow, what a piece of shit.
Who, Anita?
No, Anita. No, Hanoi Jane. Hanoi Jane.
Oh, I see. I was like, I never heard
Anita
anybody say that.
Sarkeesian did that shit.
I mean, that would be something.
Fuck, it would be something, all right. Okay, here. Let me just adjust a few things before we get started, guys. Because I'm gonna have to share things with Lilith. Just give me a bit. This will take a second, okay? Just a little bit of organization, if you don't mind. Okay, I'm just gonna get this all ready. As always, guys, we definitely appreciate your supporting the channel with your supers. Oh, if you want to get into the D Club in my Discord, hit that memberships button on YouTube. And I'm really aiming for more memberships recently because the memberships unlock more emote slots. So please consider.
What does the D stand for?
Dev, obviously.
Oh, it doesn't stand for D for dick.
Nope, it's the Dev Club.
You probably get more members for if it was the dick club.
You think so? The D Club. Okay. I have to share with you what I'm doing too. Let me just should be this one. Okay. So, Andrew Tate. Who is Andrew Tate? I know that he's been all over the place within the past year or so. Destiny's been talking about him like crazy. Hassan, Vosh, all of the lefty streamers, they're all talking about who's Andrew Tate. What's Andrew Tate doing? Andrew Tate. I think he went on Joe Rogan. He's gone on Fresh and Fit. He's been doing tons of podcasts and all this stuff. But Andrew Tate did not start. He did not appear fully formed in the past year. He's actually been around for a long time. And we're going to talk about some of the things that he's done before getting into the more recent news about Andrew Tate. Happy New Year, Become the Night. Thanks, man. So, I don't care about your freaking ad. Well, fuck you. You're going to listen here. You know what? Just for saying that, you're going to listen to it some more. How about you send me more money, you fucking simp? I'll just say I'm just going to get a button that plays the ad on loop over and over and over anytime someone mouths off. Andrew Tate is cringe, but he has the occasional based observation. I've seen that for a lot of people. A lot of people that they're called dangerous or they're they're outside the norm or whatever. They seem to be 99% just wrong and ridiculous, but occasionally there's a spark of insight there that's kind of interesting. I think Tate has been on Joe Rogan, I think. Let me just look it up real quick. Andrew Tate, Joe Rogan. Oh, maybe he hasn't. Maybe he hasn't.
That's
No, no, he
surprising.
did. He did. Hold on.
In
Oh.
yesterday's video.
Oh no, never
Oof.
mind. Never mind. This is
Oof,
something
ear
else.
rape.
Yeah.
That's loud.
Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. No, I guess he hasn't. All right. Well, that's that. Not a big deal, I guess. Have some simp bucks, Dev. Thanks very much, Torque. Appreciate it for the $5. What, you drove from Texas to New Brunswick? Jesus Christ. Oh my God. And you caught the coof? Oh man, that sucks. Damn. Okay. He was on Piers Morgan. Right. Okay. So, Andrew Tate. Well, how much do you know about him, Lilith, yourself?
I know that okay, the first thing I known him from was which I didn't even know who he was at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But the first thing I remember him from was that tweet he made where it's like I've never watched Star Wars, never have, never will. That tweet.
Oh yeah, I've got that in the list of things to talk about too. Yes.
That was the tweet that turned him into like a sort of like a meme because people would parody it and say like I'll never seen whatever, never seen X, like never seen like I've never seen Breaking Bad or never seen or never played Final Fantasy 14 or stuff like that.
Yeah, I know what you mean. $5 from Phil Moore. Tate did nothing wrong and never assumed that he did. Also, Lofty got permabanned from Flashcast and a massive drama happening. Okay, I don't know who Lofty or Flashcast is or what that drama is, but I have a feeling Tate might have done something wrong, dude. We'll get into it over the course of the show. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, so that's where I've first known him from. And then at some point, I think it was like years down the line because I haven't, because he hasn't really became notable until relatively recently, I believe, at least in
on the internet,
the Twitter sphere
that
I'm in, or on the internet.
Yeah. Lilith lives on Twitter, guys, by the way.
I don't live on Twitter. I live in real life. Thank you very much. I touch grass, and there are very, very nice under between my fingers. But but yeah, he became famous a bit. Like people start talking about him. We're just like people talk about this bald guy is saying like weird like macho alpha male shit and saying like he should be able to cheat and women shouldn't be able to cheat because it's gross when women does it, and he says some stuff and I just never really paid that much attention to it because I saw it for what it was. It was an attention grab. It was like people say weird shit all the time for attention and to start controversy to gather clout. It's basically a clout chaser in my mind.
Yeah.
And I never talked about him, and really until recently because because of what happened, which we'll get into later.
Yeah. I think Murgoot in the chat is right. He's been around the manosphere for like 2 to 3 years, but in the larger circles, he's been around for like about a year. That seems about correct. Here's the thing. Like, if you were to go into like pickup artist communities like 10 years ago, it'd be pretty toxic, but you'd at least get some decent advice. Like, okay, you want to get laid? Here's what you should do. You should work out. Get yourself in shape. Put on some decent clothes. Wear some decent cologne. Shower up, shave up, look good. Put your best foot forward. Get used to getting rejected. Then go out to the club and then find some shallow bimbo bitches. Bring them home and bang them. All right, there you go. So, you get yourself laid.
The first part was like the self-improvement stuff. That shit, no problem with like.
Yep.
That shit's totally fine. You should do self-improvement, especially if you want a date and if you want to be presentable, if you want people to want to date you and you want to, or if you just want to sleep with people. Yes. There are things you can do. You can, there's plenty of things like confidence, working out, losing weight.
Yep. Working on your game. Yep. All this kind of red pill stuff. Yeah. There's some reasonable aspects to it. Yeah.
There's some reasonable aspects to it. But when people start having an issue is when these pickup artist types start when they start getting to a point where it's just like manipulation and mind games It's like, oh, this is how you can guaranteed way to get women to sleep with you if you tell them these things. And it's like, oh, if you basically just like gaslighting and manipulation and that
how,
type of shit.
how to get laid? Step 1: rape them. That's the fucking okay. Oh, hold on. Snap Ratat 9. Thanks for joining. Thanks for hitting the memberships button, buddy. Highly appreciated. Thank you. Okay. Um. So
Whereas like where they start talking to women like there's some kind of like otherworldly creature or alien that you are supposed to tame using certain mind games and methods. And it's just like that shit is when it becomes weird and like
yeah.
off-putting.
So Phil Moore, he was the guy who super chatted earlier about Andrew Tate being innocent. I don't agree with Andrew Tate is innocent. Maybe there might be some problems here. We're gonna get into it. But he says in the chat, hypergamy is real. Hypergamy is a real problem. So hypergamy basically refers to the tendency for women to date up. All right. And I think you can observe this in a lot of societies. You can definitely see, women want men who are, higher status than them. Something like that, and it's reasonable, right? Because for the majority of human history, men have been providing for women. So women want men who are good providers. And there's like a reproductive strategy for this where it comes to like, oh, well, this man can clearly like provide more for my kids. Like there's a whole bunch of Evo psych you can go into. Some of it's pretty shaky, some of it's not so shaky, some of it just seems like pretty good common sense. And it just makes sense. It just makes sense that women, because they have the ability to choose, to be more choosy with their partners, they will want to choose a good partner, right? But
That
that's
is
not the whole
true.
story, though. It's not the whole story, though.
However, yeah, I don't think like that's a thing, a phenomenon exclusive to women either. It's just like I'm pretty sure men want to date and fuck the hottest women in the room too. It's just like, and the difference is that men are they don't get as much choice as women usually do,
Yeah,
and
yeah. So someone in the chat says hypergamy is universal. Women want men who are high status. Men want women who are more sexually attractive and younger. I think that's generally true,
yes,
but there's other factors into it, right? So first of all, none of the pickup artist or red pill advice will help for non-straight relationships, right? Because the gay dynamic is completely different. The lesbian dynamic is completely different. If you're a straight man who is getting with a trans woman, or you're a trans woman getting with a trans woman, or you're a straight man getting with a trans man, or whatever, it's going to be completely different dynamics. And I think a lot of the advice in these communities just doesn't help, because they have completely different um, they have different pressures on them to look for different things in their choice of partners, right? I
that's
think
true.
um so I don't think this is basically advice only for straight people, which is fine, by the way. Nothing wrong with
Yeah,
advice that only
it's
applies to straight
fine.
people. It's just how it is, right? Um
But can you imagine though? Like, I'm pretty sure it probably exists somewhere. It's like a pickup artist for how to pick up twinks at a club, you know,
oh, that dude,
or
that's
how to get the
definitely starting to
hottest,
yeah.
or how to get like the hottest lesbian, or like the how to get the chaser's guide to make the hottest trans woman fall in love with you by saying these choice words.
That stuff is already starting to go out there, actually.
It's
Yeah.
already I've
Yeah.
already seen that sort of stuff online too.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah,
So
it is right that most like the mainstream pickup artist stuff is mainly dominated for advice giving to straight men to try to woo straight women.
yes. And here's the thing, like, there's going to be some people who are like, oh man, it's all about money, isn't it? You got to be rich. And it's like, not necessarily, because there was a study. I don't have the study on hand, but there's a study that I saw where when a woman, all other variables being equal, when a woman was given the opportunity between choosing a poor guy who had um the talent and the ability to build himself up and be rich in the future, versus a rich guy who had inherited his wealth, they chose the poor guy. So it's not money that women are attracted to, it's ability. And oftentimes money is a sign of ability, but when money isn't a sign of ability, women aren't necessarily attracted to it. Now, there's always gold diggers and stuff, but we're talking generally. Um, the second component of the conversation that I think red pillars tend to ignore is that women tend to heavily invest in their partners, like directly into them as people. So when a woman finds a person who is high status and wants to stay with them, they say, okay, this guy's high status. I'm choosing him over other guys because I think he has a future. So what she'll do is she'll invest in him to allow him to maximize his potential because he has the status, he has the ability, which is why for a lot of human history, it was like, women stay in the home, men go out and work because women are investing in the men. However, in the modern era, that plays out through women like investing in men in like an emotional way as well. Like women are more likely to move for men. Women are more likely to support men when they are having a bad time if the relationship is deep enough. That's why you have so many women who get the shit kicked out of them by their partners and they don't leave and they still genuinely love them because they view him, they're attached to him and they view him as an investment because they're like, okay, well, yeah, he's having a rough time, he's doing this bad thing. If I can support him more, then he can actually be better. I can fix him. We can fix each other. Like women view relationships as investments into their partner, which is why it's so hard to get them to leave a bad partner. So,
Hmm.
um, it's not like it's this one-sided thing that a lot of red pillars seem to talk about. And thirdly, of course, and this is something that is always the case, emotions trump everything. So if you meet a girl in high school, your high school sweethearts, your relationship actually manages to stick together, and now you're like in your 40s, and let's say the girl didn't turn out so good, but the guy is like extremely high status, they're going to stay together. They're going to stay together because they have that emotional backing that I don't think any sort of material condition is going to break at that point. You have an old couple, 80, 90 years old. There's no way that like raw lust and sexual attraction is going to be there anymore the way that it was when they were 20 years old. But nonetheless, that's still a solid lifetime relationship, So there's more happening here than just guy wants hot girl and girl wants rich guy. It's much more complicated than that, right?
Yeah, humans are complicated, really. It is so reductive to just reduce it to money and status is everything. In many ways, like, yeah, money helps, but if you really want to get a girl to like you for life, you need have more than just to have the looks or the status. You need to have a connection with each other.
Yes. Yep. Um I think one of the main reasons why my relationship with Naomi is as strong as it is. We've had our fights and we've had our disagreements, but like there's never been really a point where like a fight blew up the relationship. We always kind of get back together and we're always stronger. And the reason is because I met her outside of any possible YouTube stuff that I was doing at the time. First of all, my channel was not nearly as big as it is now. My channel's still not huge, but it's not small anymore. It's like a medium-sized channel. But like, um, I could even a person like me, who's like a fat, overweight dude. I could definitely use my social media influence to like pull chicks on Tinder or something. That's a pretty common thing in 2022 or I guess 2023 now. It's a pretty common thing. But I didn't meet Naomi through that. I met her in real life, and she was with me before things really got big. And I think having someone from outside the online sphere made my relationship that much stronger. And so, like, I don't know. I kind of feel bad. Like, it's going to sound strange, but like getting one of the last decent Zoomer women out there, I feel like an American on the last flight out of Afghanistan as it's falling, Like, holy fuck. Holy shit. It's kind of rough. But anyway, I guess what I mean is,
Glad
the
you
pick.
found the one right for you, though.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
very
it's great.
important.
Um, the pickup artist stuff from 10 years ago was kind of toxic, but it still at least gave guys a path forward. Like if you self-improve, you can get girls. Okay. The red pill stuff that's going around right now is significantly more bleak than the pickup artist stuff of 10 years ago. The red pill stuff right now is basically just like women only care about money. If you have enough money and status and power, you can just abuse women for fun and it's going to be okay. They'll do whatever you want. You can if you are a alpha enough of a man, you can fuck other chicks and your girl will always still stick with you, because women would rather share a high status man than they would rather go for a low status man. And that then to back up that point of view, they talk about like, Muslims who have 4 wives. They talk about emperors having harems and concubines, and they go down this whole all these historical examples of how societies were set up such that extremely powerful men had their pick of women, and basically the plebs who could get no woman, they would just die. They'd be homeless, or they would just become slaves. They become laborers. They become soldiers. They just had nothing, so they would just be used up and disposed of by their society, while the highest status men got all the women.
That's very, very much the style of Andrew Tate and
Mm-hmm.
Rushvi, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And like that's very much them, especially Andrew Tate with some of the shit I've been seeing him write, where it's just like, oh, I can get women to do anything, like that. I can get women to do like, and they'll follow me to the ends of the earth, and they'll do whatever I tell them to, and they'll do this, they'll do that, they'll whore themselves out for me, they'll do this. That's just like that shit's fucking messed up. Like you're not even treating them like people. You're treating them like disposable fucking tools that you can use up and discard.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
that's like a bleak way of looking at humans.
So
Really.
the chat is saying it's bleak, yes, but it's also factual. Are they wrong? Is Dev making a harem? I don't think I can make a harem, dude. Even if I wanted to, I don't think I could. Tate believes that high value male infidelity is okay. He can get a lot of women to do that. Here's the thing. So there is going to be a component of truth to this, where if you have like an extremely high value male, he probably can cheat on his main girl with other girls, and she'll just take it. I don't think she'll like it, though. That's the difference, is that they won't like it and accept it unless they give a fetish, but that's a whole different conversation. Actually, we'll go down that rabbit hole first. So there are going to be some people who just have a fetish regarding their partners having sex with somebody else. So you have the cucks, right? Or the guys who have like bulls come in and fuck their wives and they get off on being rejected. So that's a fetish that's pretty common right now, at least on the internet. There's an inverse.
Polycules.
Yep.
Where you have at least one person that looks like Vaush in every one of them.
Jesus Christ. That's why you want to move to up to Seattle, isn't it, Lilith? You're joining the Vaush polycule.
No.
That nervous laugh.
I am not a horse, okay? You would never.
The inverse of that relationship is you get the girls who have a fetish for their guys fucking other girls, okay? And that fetish is kind of like it's not quite cucking. It's a different kind of fetish. It's that they like the idea of being the queen to an alpha male and they like the idea of this alpha male dominating other beta females, and she's like, so she wants to be like the matron of the harem or the madam of the brothel. She wants to be the woman who dominates over other women in the service of a high status man. So that's also a reasonably common fetish. But so if we take the fetish aspect out of it and just talk about people who don't have these fetishes, the red pill philosophy and that I do think Andrew Tate and other guys like him put forward is the idea that if you are a high status enough male, you can just cheat on your girl and she will stay with you because she knows she can't get anything better. And fundamentally, that all women would rather share a high-value guy than have a low-value guy to themselves. I don't think this is strictly true, because I think if you have a high-value guy who's with a high-value girl and the high-value guy cheats, she's just going to take off. She's like, oh, fuck you. I'm a high value girl. I can get someone else. I'll just take off. Because like that power dynamic kind of works both ways. Now, if you have a high value guy with like a really low value girl, so like let's say that Andrew Tate picks up like a 3 out of 10 working in a Target in Ohio and flies her out to Romania and makes her the queen bee of his harem. Because she comes from such a low status environment and she's like a 3 out of 10 herself, she'll just accept that. She'll be like, you know what? I get too much out of this relationship. She'll probably just take it. But generally, high value women will not put up with being cheated on. And I think that's where Andrew Tate is just straight up 100% incorrect.
Yeah, like a high value woman's gonna see her worth and is just like not gonna put up with that shit. But like to do it to like a quote unquote low value woman is just like it's kind of manipulative. Like if you just like, oh, they can't do any better, so they're stuck with me, so I can do whatever I want and abuse them mentally, and it's just not good.
Yep.
Not good to treat people like that.
$5 Spartan Killer, thank you. Andrew Tate believes in harems and corporal punishment because he's a Muslim, not because he's a red pillar. Most red pillar stuff is leaning MGTOW now. I don't believe for a fucking second that Andrew Tate's a real Muslim. He's out here flashing wealth. He's drinking tons of booze. Like he's okay. Muslims still can't have sex out of wedlock, and they still can't drink alcohol. So no, he's not a Muslim. He's just saying that he is. Okay.
Yes, unless you're like a Saudi prince or whatever, then you get to break all sorts of rules.
All the rules, yeah.
But
yeah.
yeah.
So
I don't think he's like a genuine Muslim either. He's just like
no,
probably just says that shit.
Yeah. So I guess the point is that I think there's a lot of toxicity in this mindset. There's some truth to it, but it's not the whole story. And if that truth leads you to a position where you think, I will never get a girlfriend because I'm like fat and ugly and short and out of shape and like I have no money, I have no future, so I might as well just like off myself. Like the black pill on relationships is terrible. All right, because there is actually hope for most guys to get a girl. It's just called improving yourself, lower your expectations. Most people aren't getting 10 out of 10s, but that's okay because a real relationship with a real person is better than having a harem full of plastic women, okay? That you run through and then throw out, in a few months. You should aim for a real relationship, at least in my opinion.
Absolutely.
At least in my opinion. So
no, you're right. It's just like having a bunch of shallow fucking harem shit. It's just like, okay, it might be fun for some people for a little bit, but then it's just at the end of the day, you're just pumping and dumping, and it's just like, where's the connection? Where's the person that's going to be there for you when the cards are down?
Yeah,
they're
like
just there for you
that's
for
fun
your
for a bit.
status, and what happens when you no longer have that?
And that's it's fun for a little bit, but like, what is that going to do for you when you're 65 and you can't do, or like 85 and you can't do that shit anymore? Where are you going to be then?
Yeah.
Not everyone's going to be Hugh Hefner, so.
What happened when your pee-pee don't work?
Yeah, exactly.
It's just like, and the black pill stuff is equally as damaging too, I feel, because like it just encourages people to give up and to just like view it all as hopeless, and it's just like, oh, there's no point. Why even try? There's always a point, and if it's only pointless when you give up completely, I believe.
Yes, yeah, I completely agree. So let's actually get to what I've got saved up. This has been us just talking about it. I want to show you what I've been digging up. Okay, so let's start here. Andrew Tate began as a kickboxer. All right, the life of Andrew Tate. So if you have recently seen videos online of a man driving around in supercars, getting out of private jets, and claiming to be the closest person to real-life James Bond, you've come across Andrew Tate, also known as Cobra Tate. So he's blown up recently, but he actually started it was 10 or 15 years ago as a kickboxer, and he was a pretty decent kickboxer too. So he was born December 1st, 1986. He was a cruiserweight. He had 76 wins and 9 losses. His net worth in 2022 is £25 million. And so
Those aren't bad stats, so I'll give him that.
Yeah. So he was a kickboxer.
At least the kickboxers
Mhm.
win-loss ratio.
So he fought or he at least promoted Sidekick brand, the fight brand of Britain. So he promoted this brand in the UK. And you can see, for example, let's just see here.
Andrew Tate gets you an unusual angles. He's like a Prince Nazim Hamed.
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you, if he touches you on the chin, you're going. I hope that's for him.
Yep, here he is. Here's Andrew Tate, a younger Andrew Tate. I think this is 2009.
Sometimes, but hey, he's a good kid.
Yeah, see, here he is.
Made 84 kilograms. Another exciting fight here on the main event in Manchester.
So he was a fighter.
Good old-fashioned stare down. We've not seen one of those this evening. And Tate means business, doesn't he? Look at that. Tate means business.
Let's see if he's a good fighter. Let's see.
Yeah.
An orthodox style. He's got a very, very dangerous left high kick, Tate.
Yeah, he has hair. He's not bald yet.
Yeah. He looked better with hair.
K1 rules, so there's no clinching. Hard to prepare against Tate. He's so quick. Good movement for a big guy, isn't he? Joe McGovern more orthodox Muay Thai. Wobbles the legs of that. Oh, good shot there.
This might be copyrighted.
Oh,
there he goes.
I told you. I told you this kid is dangerous. Like his style or not, he will knock you out. And he's in big, big trouble. McGovern's in real trouble here, and Tate will take him out. Watch. There is no messing of
Great kick.
See? I told you. I told you this kid's
Damn.
dangerous. People
He's doing
say
okay,
he don't
yeah?
like his style.
Yeah.
He's knocking people out, man. McGovern's not going to last this round. It's one of the best finishes in the business.
Oh, that's it.
Again.
Yep.
There you go. I told you. I told you. I really did. I know I've said that again. He
Very
is a
good.
dangerous fighter.
Very good.
Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate showing
Good for
you
him.
the
He did it.
strikes, and this kid has got a huge future. You know what?
So there you go. That's him fighting back in the day. That probably was copyrighted, so please keep supporting the channel with those super chats, guys. I highly appreciate it. Okay, someone in the chat says the fact that Tranners can pull more women than most Chads debunked the red pill for me. Damn. So yeah, he had a pretty extensive history as a fighter. And of course, like the lifespan of fighters is pretty short. By your mid-20s, you're pretty much done. And he's in his mid-30s now, so he had to move on to do other things after he had his kickboxing career in the UK. Let's see here. We'll just close these out. Zoop. Oh, hold on. Right. So for some reason, I can't see this UK article because fuck me, guys. What the hell? Can't serve this content to the country you're visiting from. All right. Well, do I have it? No, it's okay. I have it here. I have it on Tor. So the Brave browser has built-in Tor, so I can show it on Tor. This might be a little bit slow loading up. Okay. So the next most recent thing that I could find about Andrew Tate is that he went on to a British reality show in 2016 called Big Brother. I don't know. Just use a VPN. NordVPN. It's time for me to shell for a VPN, guys. That's what I'll do. Here. I should have taken a VPN sponsor so I could have shelled them right here. But anyway, It doesn't matter because Brave has Tor built into it, so just use Brave. But anyway, August 3rd, 2016. Big Brother's Andrew Tate was filmed beating women in a shocking new video. So, he was a contestant on Big Brother in the UK. That's a reality TV show. He was thrown off the show when a video back in 2016 went viral of him abusing women.
Oof.
So, yep, a video of Andrew Tate hitting 2 women has been revealed. Former Big Brother stars filming. Okay, so yeah. So, here's the video. Okay. This is going to be a shocking video, guys.
What are you moaning about, woman? Bruises, why? Why?
Getting beaten.
Beaten with what? With what?
Your hand.
A belt because you're a jerk. Show me the bruises. 1, 2, 3. Oh, baby. Oh, poor thing. I have an idea. You know what my idea is? You want to know what my idea is? That's right, lock the door, you. You knew I was going to beat the out of you.
Jesus.
If you behaved, I wouldn't have to hit you, would I? You don't. Get out. You can't stay in there forever.
Show everyone how pretty you are. Get on your knees and show everyone how pretty you are. Look at the camera. Show everyone how pretty you are. Show the camera.
Jesus Christ. Can I even show this? Hold on. I'm taking this away.
What does it say?
Tate.
Why does it say Tate?
Because I'm his whore.
You are my whore.
Yes.
Get my pimp stick. Which you're gonna kiss. My whore. Why's your ass got a bruise on it?
Because my daddy hits me.
He hits you.
Yes.
Why would he hit you?
Because I'm his whore and he does as he wants.
Listen. Go tell the camera that I beat you and you don't do as I say. Go say it in English, proper English.
No, she's kind of naked in this one, so I can't show this one.
That's not what I said say, is it? I said I said tell the camera I beat you when you don't do as I say. I didn't say the word listen. Did I say the word listen? Did I say the word listen?
Jesus Christ.
Bitch. I didn't say the word listen. Did I say listen? Did I say listen?
No.
Look at the camera. Did I say listen?
No.
Did I say listen to you? Did I say it?
No.
Did I say
Jesus.
it? Bitch. Look at the camera. This is what happens you don't listen. Look at the camera. Why are you getting hit? Why are you getting beaten? You don't listen. You. Do as I
Holy
say.
shit. Okay, so I can bring it back now because the worst of it is over. Probably should have taken. All right, guys, we're getting demonetized. Send me your super chats, please. Jesus Christ! Holy fuck!
Fuck
$10 from Talking Mudcrab. Thank you. Happy New Year, everyone. Are you or have you covered any of the new gun bans in Canada? I have not. Send me. You said that it was like the fall of Baghdad last night in your hood. Send me any details you have on that. But that's not the topic today. But I'll look at it. Just DM me information on Discord. $5. Phil Moore. Was this the video where the girl herself came out and said it was all a fetish and it wasn't real? Let's talk about that. Thank you for the $5. So, the 2 girls in this video.
Right, I was gonna get to that. So, what the make it or break it thing here would be is what's occurring here consensual, because we've heard about consensual non-consent or CNC.
Yes, where you just role play abuse and rape. Yeah, that's basically what it is.
Role play, that type of stuff. It doesn't look good when taken out of context if it is that case. However, if it is not consensual and it is actually just abuse and hurting people, then not okay.
Yeah. So people are saying that it was in fact consensual and they were doing some sort of BDSM thing. Yes. So here's what came out. The blonde woman, the second woman in the video, where she goes over and gets the cane and then she kisses the cane and then he starts beating her. She has come out and said that was consensual. that she wanted to do that, that she was into that, he was into that. That was consensual. However, the dark-haired woman, the first woman who was showing off her bruises to the camera and then ran into the other room and locked the door, she said it was not consensual and that she was basically stuck there and she couldn't leave. So this clip involved two women. The first one said not consensual. The second one said was consensual. So that is the opinions of the two women. Tate, of course, said it was consensual both times.
Yeah, so it's like the second one. If both parties have come out and said it was consensual, then it's then it's like fine, do what you want. But like the woman in the first one feels like it wasn't consensual, and she's not lying about it, which I would really have no reason to think she would be. And yeah, that's pretty fucked up and scary because it happens in real life with like people hurting like their sexual partners and them chasing to their room and threatening stuff. Oof, it wouldn't be good if what this first woman said was true then.
Yep. I completely agree. $2 from Spartan Killer. Remember when CNC was an RTS game in the 90s? Yes, Command and Conquer. But those days are long gone. Now Command and Conquer is a shitty mobile phone game, and CNC means beating up women. JJ joined the D Club. Thank you very much, JJ. Highly appreciated. Make sure to link up your YouTube with your Discord. Get yourself in the Discord account, in the Discord channel. Mark the Cyborg, $7. Thank you. Great playing Gardic phone with you last night. Happy New Year to yourself and Lilith. And cheers to the first demonetized stream of 2023. Yeah, so Mark the Cyborg was on EFAP with me, and we played Gardic phone while I was there. So thanks very much, Ben. It was a good time last night. Thank you. $10 from a guy named Dev. Okay, this isn't me. It's just somebody else named Dev, but thank you. Andrew
Devs
Tate.
gotta stick together.
All the devs got to stick together. Andrew Tate will no longer be flexing how many Bugattis he has. He will be flexing how many bug bites he has in prison and showing how manly it is. Apparently he is in a prison infested with bed bugs. Oh God, Jesus Christ.
Oh,
So
I thought you meant the different type of bug bites. I thought he would be bragging about being a power bottom in prison.
Oh Jesus, is that called being a bug bite? I don't know what that is.
I've heard people refer to it as that, like
oh yeah,
or mosquito stings or whatever.
Really, I haven't heard that at all. So in any case, this is the Big Brother. He was kicked off of the Big Brother reality TV show because this video went viral back in 2016 of him apparently abusing two women. One of them said it was actually non-consensual abuse. So that is the situation regarding Big Brother. Let's close this up. I still can't believe I can't see this in my country, but that's fine. Next. Okay.
Looked.
It is after the Big Brother situation that Andrew Tate started his webcam business. Now, let's listen to him on Fresh and Fit, which is a Miami-based podcast. He was in Miami 9 months ago telling his story on Fresh and Fit on how he started his webcam business back in like 2017 or whatever it was. Let's hear it from his own words.
7 years ago, whenever this was,
Yeah.
it wasn't nearly as big. And I found this little webcam thing, and I was like, this might be some money. So I text all my girlfriends, I think it was 5 of them, text all 5, said, you're all coming here to live with me and work with me. None of them knew about each other. Bro, Tristan will tell you the story. He'll tell you. All 5 flew in, picked them all up. They're all sitting there. I sat them around the same table. Bro, I need to get paid. Right? I'm broke now. I'm retired from fighting. I have no money. I'm running out of money. So I put them all around the same table, and I was like, look, we're going to start a webcam business. You're going to stay here. You're going to live in London. I'm going to look after you, and we're going to get rich. We're going to be a team. And they're all like, well, who's this bitch? I'm like, she's my girlfriend. She's my girlfriend. She's my girl. You're all my chicks. And you're going to stay here, and we're going to make some money. Big fight kicks off, blah, 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 blah. In the end, long story short, 3 left, 2 stayed. Those are my first 2 girls. And we started this little webcam business from my apartment. And it just grew and grew and grew. And it got to the point where at one point I had 75 women working for me in 4 locations. Damn. And I was doing $600,000 a month from webcam. So
this is in the UK. You
this
started
is in the
it,
UK.
right? Uh-huh.
This is in the UK. So, but this leads into the story of why I moved to Romania. So, at the height of my webcam pimping, I think I'm the king of the world, right? I have all these women, da da da. But the
Webcam
problem is,
pimping, guys.
My first 2 girls who worked for me because they
His
loved me.
words.
I love this man.
Right.
I am with this man. We're a team. He's going to take me from the ghetto streets to the hotel suites, right? So we're working together. But then once you get bigger, you start hiring girls who don't love you. They're in it for the money. So I had a whole bunch of girls working for me who weren't really about it. And then I had one girl, and she got too drunk one day, and she threw up in my apartment. I told her to clean up. She refused to clean up, start being an idiot. So I took her stuff, threw out the window. Because it's like, it's about that. With women, you never hit a girl, right? Can't do that. But if
we learned that the hard way last week.
You can't hit them. But if all the other girls see me be disrespected, they're going to lose respect for me.
Facts.
Right?
Yep.
So when she's like, I ain't cleaning that up, you get that. So I was like, look, I don't care. And she was my biggest earning girl. She made me on her own maybe $25,000 a month.
Oh, shit.
So I didn't want to fire her. And she knew I didn't want to fire her, which is more reason why I had to fire her ass. So I was like, all right, cool. You want to be a gangster? Right, you're a gangster. Got her shit. 'Cause we're like high up. We're like high up, like here. It was just out the window. So throws out the window. Got her by her 2 arms and marched her out the door, locked the door. End of it. She starts texting me, you owe me my last month's wages, you owe me my money, give me my money. Did I text her back? I ain't paying you nothing. You threw up my blah, 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 blah. She went to the police.
Oh, shit.
And told the police I hit her when I didn't.
Whoa.
So it's 5 in the morning, and this is about 4 months later. 5 in the morning, 4 months later, I'm laying in bed. And I heard the door, boom, 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 boom. And I don't know how I knew. I just knew it was police. The way they knocked that door, I was like, if you were going to rob me, you'd kick the door in, or this is just too obvious. And as soon as I heard that noise, I just paused for a second. I heard police, and I was like, man. I was like, but I didn't know what it was.
Metal Gear Solid sound effects.
There's a few things I can't say in the podcast. I've lived a varied life, right? I've done some things when I had to pay the bills.
Right.
So I was a bit like, what's this going to be? So I like flush my.
He's done
phone
some
down the
things,
toilet
eh?
Quickly, boom. This shit, I'm
Jack
coming,
Murphy
I'm
things?
coming. So I'm trying to hide shit. I'm looking around, like, what do I have to hide? Dude? Eventually, the door comes off the hinges. Boom. Police bust in.
Yeah.
Fully armored, helmet. Boom. The guy at the back had a clipboard of me standing there after one of my fights with a world title belt, and they sent like the big man squad, like the crazy man.
Yeah.
All the officers were like 6'6".
Yeah.
The big boys came.
Damn.
They sent all the niggas to get you.
Yeah,
All the British
they
niggas.
said the big boys. And I'm standing there like, okay. It's like, so I was like, who are you? And they're like, you're under arrest for a suspicion of assault of this dumb hoe. And I'm like,
Wait, this is dumb hoe?
they didn't, but I'm going to protect her anonymity because I'm a nice guy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so that's the story of how he built up his webcam business, and then how the webcam business kind of fell apart. And that was a story. That is what happened in April of 2022, and we'll get to that shortly. $2 from Spartan Killer. I don't believe her. # believe no women. Jesus, I don't agree with the believe all women thing either. But Christ, man. But okay.
Like. It's just like, oof. Like I don't know. It's like there's a chance she could be lying. There's like when you know so many women, it's like, and you have problems with them, issues are bound to arise. It's another reason why it's better to stick with one person who loves you instead of just in there for the money or whatever reason.
It's also why you shouldn't be a pimp.
Yeah, it's also just why you should be a fucking pimp.
Wait, someone says, what a classy recommended videos page. Yeah, look at my recommended videos, guys. All right, I've got Scott the Waz. Okay, I've got Lauren Chen, Aiden Paladin, Amala Ekpombi, and these 3 are all right wing people. Scott the Waz, just Scott the Waz. And then I have like the Sonic Adventure 2 Battle OST. I've got Not So Erudite, who is a friend of mine and a left winger. I've got the soundtrack to Attack on Titan. I've got Nils Fromm's piano, Metroid Prime retrospective from a gaming YouTuber. Man, I'm all over the internet. Okay, I watch all sorts of shit on YouTube. So much stuff down here. Any case.
Me, my thing is just full of like liminal rooms and backroom videos. Look, I really like the liminalness, okay? Especially the pool rooms. They're very nice and soothing when they're not filled with monsters. I enjoy the liminal aspects of the back rooms a lot more than the monsters.
Well, I did that video on liminality. Have you seen it?
I have not actually.
I did a
should
video
check
on
out.
it. Yeah, you should watch it. You should watch that afterwards. Someone in the chat, Mark the Cyborg says, Aiden, thumbs up. Aiden and I have had some fights. When Aiden's talking about psychology, she knows her shit. She has a master's, I think, in psychology. She knows the study. She knows what's going on. When Aiden's talking about politics, she's fucking insane. WMMA scene now, $5. Most people never heard of this guy before the Twitter mob randomly went after him. The Twitter mob made this guy famous. Selective outrage always fails. Yep. We're getting to that. We're getting to that point soon.
Yep, it's part of why I never paid much attention to him, because he's just, like I said, just the type of guy who says shit and gets people attention. And by paying attention to him, you're kind of playing into the game.
I do watch Red Letter Media. I love Red Letter Media. But anyway, okay, so this is how Andrew Tate started up his webcam business back in 2017, okay? Kanto joins the D Club. Thank you. Trucker shit happened last year now, Dev. Where's the video? It was released that in February of 2023, the commission has to report to Parliament on their findings of the investigation into Trudeau. So I'm going to wait for that, and then I'm going to make the video. Okay, so.
Okay. Waiting for all the information to come out. Yep. That's always a good time.
Yes. So Andrew, let's talk about that actual raid. So Andrew Tate needed money. He makes this webcam business. He turns his girlfriends into webcam girls, and then he ends up getting raided by the police in April of 2022. Okay? And it is this raid that brings him into mainstream prominence beyond just pickup artist red pill circles and also kickboxing circles. This is when he really starts to blow up. Okay? Police raid MAGA king of toxic masculinity in human trafficking investigation. Okay, like this is a bit much. I don't think you can call Andrew Tate MAGA. I don't think he's political at all. I think he's just in it for the money. I don't think there's any politics behind it. But whatever. This is the Daily Beast. They're going to be shit. So it's just how it is. The raid was prompted by reports that an American woman had been abducted. Okay, so this was April of 2022. Iranian police have raided the home of prominent pro-Trump online personality Andrew Tate this month as a part of a human trafficking investigation, bringing new attention to Tate's ties to leading figures in the American MAGA movement. See, they're trying to spin. This was back before the midterms, so they're trying to spin it all about Trump, all about American politics. This has very little to do with American politics, but this is just how it is. And this is very, very. This is kind of a pretty slanted article, to be honest. We don't got to go over it, but this is when the mainstream starts noticing him. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is when the mainstream starts noticing him. Okay. This person, who later got banned off Twitter, did an interesting thread that I had to dig up on the Internet Archive. So let's see if we can go through this. Who's Andrew Tate? A cursory internet search will tell you he's an alpha Chad red pillar with no bullshit attitude to women and money. Men pay him to teach them how to be a skis. He's been known for a while, and he is widely known as a lolcow. Okay, so this person's very clearly anti-Andrew Tate, so take the bias into account, but there is some interesting things in this thread that I couldn't find anywhere else. I had to dig it up using the Internet Archive. So there's a bunch of videos as to why Andrew Tate's kind of a joke from the red pill side of the internet from way back before he got big online. Yeah, here's the Star Wars tweet. We'll talk about this in a bit. His famous Star Wars tweet. He's hung out with Zuby, with Prison Planet. What was it? Paul Joseph Watson. He's gone to see Alex Jones. So he's gone, but before he really blew up, he's done like a bunch of these sort of appearances within the right wing, broad internet broadcast sphere. Okay. Oh yeah, he hung out with with some right wing politicians as well. You've got Jack Posobiec, you've got Nigel Farage. There's pictures of them together. Also, For some reason, this person wanted to try to connect Andrew Tate to Sargon, even though Sargon's not, has never talked to the guy. See? According to Michael Brooks, who is a former staffer for Sargon of Akkad and a friend of Paul Joseph Watson, Tate is a legit gangster who launders money for the Romanian mafia, and he could have people killed. And it's like, I don't know why you want to just bring in
sounds like guilt by association shit.
Yeah. Bringing up Sargon is just guilt by association. So, all right, dude. Sure. But this is just like a lot of like people he's been hanging out with, all these right-wing people he's been around with, all just a bunch of shit he's been doing over the years, and it's all very guilt by association-y. This isn't the greatest thread, to be honest, but at the very least, she's the only one, this person, who seemed to talk about the connection with Paul Joseph Watson, who seemed to talk about the connection with Sargon. The no connection doesn't even exist, Sargon is talking about Tate now, though, and he's supporting of a few of Tate's messages. Well, here's the thing. Okay. I was supporting of a few of Tate's messages earlier. It's like I said, there is a diamond among the heap of shit that Tate puts out. You can't just be ignorant to that. You know what I mean? But there's also
there's even the biggest pieces of shit have some nuggets of corn in it.
Yeah. So if we continue on, Andrew Tate explains the primary reason
Hitler drank water.
Hitler drank water. Andrew Tate explains the primary reason he moved to Romania. He enjoys getting away with rape. Now, I've seen this clip. He doesn't say he enjoys getting away with rape. He doesn't say that. But he says something very similar. There is an important difference, but it's still a pretty bad message. So let's listen to him, okay?
This is probably 40% of the reason I moved to Romania, because in Eastern Europe, none of this garbage flies. If you're going to go to the police and say he raped me back in 1988, they're going to say we should have done something about it then. If you go to the police and say he raped me yesterday, say, okay, if you've got physical evidence, or is there CCTV proof? Where'd it happen? Okay, let's go interview him right now. And if it wasn't really rape, I'd say, we went to the club, we got drunk, she agreed to go back to my house, we started having sex, and then we carried on having sex, and then we had sex, and she didn't say anything wrong, and then she texted me afterwards, and I didn't text back, and now she's saying I raped her. The police would be like, okay, she's an idiot, bye. But no, not in the West. In the West, you can tell them that exact story. You're still fucked. You're fucked in the West. When people say, why did you live in Romania? And I explain my 5 reasons. One of them is the Me Too era. They go, oh, well, you're a rapist. I say, no, I'm not a fucking rapist. But I like the idea of being able to just say, to do what I want. I like being free. And if you're a man living in England or Germany or America or any of the Western world right now, you've decided to live in a country where any woman, any ex, any fucking bitch who works at Greg's who you bought a pasty from, at some point in the future can destroy your life. This Me Too era bullshit has not protected women. It's just destroyed the safety of men.
Okay, so he's not saying I want to get away with rape. He's saying I could have sex with someone in Romania, and that sexual encounter would be considered rape in the West, but it's not considered rape here. There is a difference there, because, I mean, we all know that there has been a problem with women retroactively saying, oh, I didn't actually consent to that, now that I regret it the next day, and so I'm going to go to the cops and say that it was a rape, and it actually wasn't a rape. We all know that happens sometimes. We all know that's bullshit. So he's correct on that part, but still, the way he words it, it can be a bit sus. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I get what he means. Some people will indeed just lie. I mean,
yes, some people will just lie.
But the way he said it is just so doesn't make. I don't know. It's just I don't think it's him saying I got moved to Romania so I can rape.
Yeah, and of course the
It's pretty
conservative
easy to infer what he said, or what he meant by that.
Yeah, the conservative answer to all this is actually pretty simple. Don't sleep around. Have a monogamous relationship that you're committed to. That's the conservative answer to this, right? So, a Spartan Killer, $10. Thank you, man. Didn't he release an update this morning claiming that the U.S. girl's boyfriend saw her at his house, and instead of admitting she was cheating, she claimed she was kidnapped? More credible than the DB. I haven't seen that update. I'll look into it at the end. And I'll see if we can look at that. Okay. Andrew Tate, U.S. girl's boyfriend saw her at his house. Okay, if you have a source on that, you gotta send it to me because I haven't seen that yet. That's news to me. Okay, let's continue though. Let's continue. So, this is the primary reason he moved to Romania. It's not that he enjoys getting away with rape. It's that the culture there does not simply believe all women. And I mean, if you have been on the internet, you know that there are definitely some shitty women out there who have taken advantage of me too. So fair enough. Fair enough, okay? There's probably something sus going on here, but fair enough. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's continue on. Here's an article in Romanian, so we must translate it. We must translate it, okay? Translate this page. Come on. There we go. So the images from the house of the millionaire Tate brothers. What was happening to the American, the woman who accused them of abducting her? Only the police have seen these images. So, back when we were talking about the April raid where apparently someone had been abducted, and that's why the police raided them. Because in that April raid in 2022, Andrew Tate was raided but not arrested. He was let go. Okay? Call V. V can translate. Okay. Get V to read it. Everyone's saying V. Get V. I talked to V earlier. I think he's
resident Romanian.
If V wants to come on, he can, but I think he's busy right now. So anyway, we have bombshell pictures from the house of the millionaire Tate brothers. The images prove what was actually happening to the American, the woman who accused them of seizing her in their home. 2 weeks ago, law enforcement officers came to the Tate brothers' home following complaints from an American woman that she had been abducted. So, here's the pictures. Here's the apparently abducted woman who is walking around just fine. Here's her coming back to the house bringing, is that pizza or something? She's bringing some kind of boxes of something. So it seems like she wasn't abducted. And Andrew Tate has been saying that she wasn't abducted. She was simply cheating on her husband, and she claimed to be abducted after she got found out. So, this is apparently proof that the surveillance cameras at their mansion captured everything, and so she wasn't actually abducted. Okay? There's a video in here. Here's the video. Okay. Oh, there's an ad blocker. Oh, shit. Okay, hold on. Let me turn off the ad blocker. Turn off the ad blocker. Okay. It still says there's an ad blocker. Well, what the fuck? Okay. Can I put this into a different browser? Do I have a... Google Chrome. Let's try Google Chrome. Okay. Let's put it into Google Chrome. Okay. Where's the video? Here's the video. Oh boy, the advertisement that I don't want to watch. Here it is.
Tool that helps reduce the frequency,
God damn it.
severity.
Okay, hold on. Hold on, wait. I gotta share this with you, Lilith. Hold on. Sorry. Sorry about that. Is it? Yes, this one. Okay. Here we go. So here she is. She is getting pizza. It's from Domino's Pizza, Romanian Domino's Pizza. She's getting pizza. This is the apparent girl who was abducted and was being held captive at this mansion. She's ordering pizza and bringing it into the mansion. That's a cool statue he's got out there. Here she is again. Looks like her and another chick are going out for a night on the town. Maybe they're being pimped. Who knows at this point? But they're heading out. She does not seem that abducted. This is April 8th. So around the time that they got raided. So this doesn't seem like an abduction to me. Yeah, why is a samurai holding like a Western sword? Doesn't make any sense, but okay.
Criminal in taste.
She looks pretty abducted to me. Look at how she carried the pizza in sheer terror. Fuck. No, this doesn't seem like she's being abducted. This seems like, I mean, who knows? There could always be more information, right? But just based on this video, this seems like that, like, a guy's wife got lured in by Andrew Tate. She got turned into a prostitute, and then she got found out, and then she told the cops to make it seem like she was abducted, but she's actually not. So here we go. Here we are. Anything more? Okay, I don't think there's anything more in this. No, it's just them getting ready to go. Okay. All right. Yeah, because there she is. So it could always be the case that, like, 10 minutes after this video, she asked to leave, and Andrew Tate said no, and then she was held captive. Like, who knows, right? But from what we have so far, we can't confirm that she was actually abducted. That cannot be confirmed.
Probably up to authorities to decide.
Yes. Okay.
After a thorough investigation.
Yep. So, before we get into the actual resolution of what happened on that night, I have a few side things we should talk about right now that's kind of goofy. For example, he had another way he tried to make money other than his webcam business was the War Room and the Hustlers University. So, the War Room is the greatest global network which exists on planet Earth. It's a global organization with members, bases, and influence in over 70 countries. You can join the War Room by paying Andrew Tate money. Of course. Of course. Of course. Yep. Sneeko's doing something like this. Jack Murphy is doing something like this. You have all these masculinity gurus who are out here selling you the truth about how to fix your pathetic fucking existence. All you got to do is give them $100 a month.
Yep. They got the secret. All you got to do is just pay them an exorbitant amount of money to tell you all these things, I guess.
Yep. Join Andrew Tate's Hustlers University. And you too can be a pimp. Torque 2100 for $5. Thank you. Tate has bragged about confiscating women's passports. That is abduction. Don't worry, we'll get to that part. So here's a guy.
That part doesn't sound good.
Yeah. Here's a guy called Capital Tycoon. He joined Andrew Tate's Hustlers University for 1 month. And we're going to listen to what he managed to pull out of this project. Let's put it on 1.25 speed because it's a 5-minute video. I don't want to spend that much time on it. So let's go.
So after watching Andrew Tate for over a month, I was sucked into his way of life. I mean, the guy has like 23 cars and lived an insane lifestyle. So I decided I would try Andrew Tate's Hustlers University to get into dropshipping and learn how to generate millions of dollars like his students do and literally become a top G that makes millions of dollars online by just running businesses on his laptop. And after paying the $50 fee, I hopped onto the dropshipping section of his Discord where I was planning on becoming a success like the kids you see in the course, posting the winning screenshots like every single day. So I went into the course section and used the criteria from the course to find a great product that I thought would be clean and good. And we settled on this dishwasher product that I thought would work really well. After doing that, I then decided to follow the course.
Okay, real quick here.
And we settled on this dishwasher product.
Okay, so Lilith, do you know what the drop shipping industry is?
I do not. I am not familiar. What is that?
Okay, so drop shipping is basically a modern way to describe arbitrage. Okay, and what arbitrage is basically when you take a product that exists in one location and you bring it into a new market and you sell it there, and then you take a cut for the service of introducing an already established product into a new market. You're not actually making anything. You don't actually create anything at all. So if there's a product that's very good, but it only exists in Canada, you might have an American business who sets up, and their entire business is just importing the product from Canada into America to take advantage of a new market. And so they'll buy the product, they'll sell it for more than you can buy it in Canada, and they'll take their cut. All right?
Okay.
Yeah. So a lot of people who have like Amazon businesses, they do this sort of thing. they set up an Amazon store. They find some Chinese company selling just plastic nonsense for really cheap. They'll buy it. They'll bring it into their Amazon warehouse. They'll sell it out of their Amazon warehouse. They'll take their cut. And in fact, Amazon has made this process so simple that you don't even need to have your own stock. Amazon will manage your stock for you. You just need to find the product and bring it in, and then Amazon will take the product and ship it for you. So whenever you go onto like, Amazon Prime, I'm going to buy my thing, and it says it comes from like Jay's shop. What Jay's shop actually is a section in an Amazon warehouse where Jay finds products, puts them into an Amazon store, Amazon procures them and sells them. So it's literally just making money off of by upselling something that somebody else already made. All right? So you can make a lot of money doing arbitrage, but it's never a sustainable business because you're never actually making your own stuff.
Yeah, you're just sourcing them.
Phil
see,
Moore,
that's
$5.
so-
Paying what's
I-
worse,
I
paying
can't-
for an alpha package or having an OnlyFans? Both cost the same. What would you get? Pay for neither. Here's the problem, Phil. Everything that you can learn from Hustlers University, this arbitrage stuff, you can learn on YouTube for free. And it's the same thing with Sneeko's program. It's the same thing with Jack Murphy's program. It's the same thing with like Gorilla Mindset from Mike Cernovich. All of these guys teach you stuff you can learn for free online. That's the problem. Sorry, go ahead, Lilith.
Actually, I should have to disagree. You should pay for my OnlyFans and my Fansly.
That's right. They're doing OnlyFans
And
now.
at the very least, you get pictures, you get boobles, you get you get lewds.
You see, at the very
And,
least,
I
you
don't
are.
tell you, I don't tell you bullshit.
Yeah, so at the very least, you're actually offering a product, and that product is your porn. So, like,
Yes.
at the very least, you can sub to Lilith on OnlyFans and get something that's not just. So it is
Yep.
something, yeah.
Yep, I'm not gonna sell you bullshit about. Oh, you do this, you're gonna win this. Nope, you get what I'm selling is what you get.
Yep. Hold on. Drop shipping, you literally never have a product. You just post it to a new site and then have the other site send it. It's a middleman leech. Exactly. And does this actually make you money? So here's the thing. You can make money off of it. But as you see, we're not going to spend all
It's not
6 minutes.
sustainable.
Yes, so like this guy talks about it. He spent like $200 and he made like $120. And then he tried to sell this inflatable
Couple of
thing
reasons.
for babies, like this inflatable thing here, for kids in the pool. He tried to sell this. He says at the end, let's just get to his actual results, okay?
Because we had a problem. And so I went back to the drawing board, and then I decided to actually go ahead and create a completely new website that I knew would be better than the one that was taught on Hustlers University.
Right. Also, that was a problem. A lot of the tools in Hustlers University were actually subpar. You could make better websites on your own with like just the entry-level skill. Like a lot of the stuff in Hustlers University just wasn't very good quality stuff.
And after doing that, I immediately saw much better results. But on day 2 and day 3, I spent $200 on Facebook ads per day and came back with a clean revenue of $300 on day 3. I decided I would double down, and I went even harder on the Facebook ad strategy that we were using. And after trying the challenge for one whole week, we had spent over 12 days on dropshipping using Hustlers University, and we have made a grand total of...
So, after trying this for that long, this is how much money we were able to make with Andrew Tate's course, which is still crazy because that's a decent amount of money. Now, was that all profit? No, still we made a loss of a couple $100. I think if we had a good website from the beginning, we would have had a much better time trying this course. I think we would have actually been able to break even or even be a little bit profitable. So, would I suggest trying Andrew Tate's course? I mean, nothing here is new. Everything you can literally learn from YouTube, and the website creation section is just terrible. But it is not a scam, and yeah. See you guys in a month where hopefully I can grow this store to some pretty high numbers.
Okay, so there you go.
Yeah, so it's like
Hopefully
these
I
are
can
all
grow
stuff
this-
you can just. I've heard about this type of stuff before. I just didn't know the name. It's just like people teaching. Oh, you can make so much money reselling stuff on Amazon. It's just like you could do this, you could do that, and it's just like you didn't need to like subscribe to get to a guy for hundreds of dollars for him to teach you shit you can learn on WikiHow.
Yeah. So, by the way, this is Capital Tycoon. His stuff's worth watching. I'm going to sub to him. You guys should sub to him as well. So the thing is that he says he could probably make a profit doing this, but he would have to step outside of Hustlers University and make a better website in order to make it work. And even that, so like there's multiple questions here. It's like, one, should you pay Andrew Tate for information that you can get online anyway without paying him? Obviously, the answer to that is no. 2, can you even pull this off? Because everyone is doing dropshipping right now. The answer to that is probably also no. 3, can you do it with only what Andrew Tate provides? The answer to that is, again, no, because this guy had to make a different website. So even then, you still can't do it. And then 4, it's like, should you do it? Because like there's a moral component here too. Yeah, you can make, if you do everything perfectly and you don't pay Andrew Tate, you can make some money. But then the moral question is like, well, what of value are you actually providing to society? You know, like at least a YouTuber makes original YouTube videos, right? At least a streamer plays through a game on stream and adds his own commentary and makes, therefore, a remixed, unique product. People who do dropshipping, they aren't even adding anything to the product. They're simply reselling it for more. So, like, are you making things better? Not really. Like, are you improving the world in any way? Not really. It just seems to be like a different form of exploitation. And hey, if it makes you money, it's legal. I mean, it's not legal some places, but it's legal in some places, so go ahead and do it. But like, is it really the best use of your time? Probably not. Now, if you want to just get rich quick, maybe it'll work for you. But if you want to build something that is
Andrew Tate to do that.
Yes, yeah. But if you want to actually build something that is legitimate and sustaining, and is something that you actually want to do, and actually makes your life feel fulfilled, it ain't going to be drop shipping. Okay, so this is a get rich quick scheme that might work like 20% of the time or something, but it's not going to be anything that you want to do long term. Okay, that's the problem. And also, you don't need to pay Andrew Tate for any of this shit. So that's his Hustlers University. You can find a lot of videos that go into way more detail on Hustlers University, into why it's kind of a scam. Same with Sneeko's courses. Same with everyone's courses. They're all just scams. They're all just scams. All right, don't fucking do that shit. Beyond that, though, there is his Tales of Wudan. Andrew Tate wrote a book called The Tales of Wudan.
Okay.
And here's the book. The book is his life story, but of his past life, because he believes in reincarnation. Okay? So, in a previous life, I lived 5,000 human years atop Wudan Mountain. I remember every lived second.
Even he remembers every piss he took?
Maybe. And so, if you want to learn about what he has... He's doing like some Kamehameha shit? Alright, dude. If you want to... Oh, dude, there's like a hot water spirit. Look at this chick. She's like coming out of the water and she's got like boobs and like elf ears and stuff. So.
So like an isekai.
Yeah. So, Andrew Tate apparently believes that he isekai'd himself into a 5,000-year alternate existence where he lived on Wudan Mountain and interacted with water spirits. And did Kamehamehas and like hunted in the rivers and shit. It's like, all right, dude. Okay. I don't know about this one.
Why not?
I think this one might just be a scam. Okay? I think this one might just be I think this might just
if people want to buy it for the story, then sure. But like,
he's like, I'll teach you all the deep lore that I learned in my alternate life. Okay, dude. All right, Andrew Tate. Okay, buddy.
Just write a light novel.
So, at some point, and it was a few months after the police raid on his home in April of 2022, he got banned from everything all at once. So, he was banned from Facebook out of nowhere, and then YouTube immediately banned afterwards, right? So, Meta banned him from Facebook and Instagram, and then he was then shortly after banned by Google, like immediately. We terminated channels associated with Andrew Tate for multiple violations of our community guidelines in terms of service, including our hate speech policy. He had more than 1 million followers, and he was just straight up banned. TikTok's also banned him, and as you can see, Twitter ignored its own rules to verify the kickboxer who said women should bear some responsibility for being raped. Twitter said Andrew Tate's account was verified in error, despite the kickboxer being booted from the platform 2 times before. So Twitter banned him after verifying him. Andrew Tate banned from YouTube, TikTok,
I
Facebook,
gotta
Instagram.
say, like, I don't like it when I gotta say I don't like it when these social media companies do that. Like,
Yep.
when somebody who hasn't even been convicted at the time.
Yeah.
And he hasn't been convicted now, but he's got arrested like for realsies and is charged at the very least. And
Yes.
without being charged, let alone convicted, to ban him all at once to just deperson somebody. And I don't even like Andrew Tate. I want to make it very clear. Like,
yeah.
But despite that, I don't think it's right when it's just like, oh, well, this person got in trouble with the law, so we got our pretense, and we don't like him anyway, so we're just gonna deperson him. And I'm not a fan of that. I don't think that's cool.
I completely agree. Yeah, I completely agree. Someone in the chat says that the real reason he was banned is he undermined AdSense and other algorithms with how he ran the Hustlers University. That's possible. I don't know that I don't know if that's true or not. It's possible though. It's possible. Okay. But yes, Andrew Tate was immediately banned by Facebook, by Instagram, by Twitter, by YouTube, by TikTok, all within like 2 or 3 days. It was it seemed like it was. Remember when like Alex Jones got banned off of everything all at once. Nick Fuentes got banned off everything all at once. It seems like somebody who was a part of the dissident right, who was saying things that were inconvenient to the overarching, broader left narrative on the internet. A person who was saying things against that and also making some headway, they all just unpersoned him at once. And that seems pretty sus when it happens all at the same time. However, it didn't really stop him. Of course, he did claim, by the way, that he's being targeted as a person of color. So he's like 1/4 black or something. So he's pulling out. He's saying, "Because I'm black, guys. Because I'm black. It's because I'm black."
Pulling the race card.
Pulling the race card. But it does feel very strange when like companies come together and just all ban. Like happened with Patreon. It happened with Subscribestar back when Sargon got kicked off Patreon. Like it's so fucking weird when that shit happens, and you can tell that there's collusion happening between these companies to try and control narratives. I don't like it, but also, it the Streisand effect kicked in. The reason everyone talks about him now is because after his deplatforming, he blew the fuck up. He made it mainstream. Before the deplatforming, nobody was talking about him. Well, not people in his sphere was, but you know what I mean? Like, now the wider world knows who Andrew Tate is. And that's not how it was, a year ago. So the Streisand effect definitely kicked in, and now there's like fan channels on TikTok re-uploading all of his stuff. There's clips channels on YouTube. There's all this shit. People are posting Andrew Tate everywhere now because he was deplatformed and unpersoned, and now he is more popular as a result. And I think you think people would learn what the Streisand effect was at this point. It's been like 20 fucking years, and they still haven't learned it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it usually becomes like that, where it's just like, oh, he's banned off of everything. What does he have to say that's so controversial?
Exactly. People want to see what
yeah.
it was. Yeah.
Yeah, people will. It's very common.
Yeah. $10 from Spartan Killer. Thanks, guys. Keep the supers coming. I appreciate it. According to feminists, men are 10 times more likely to commit rape than men are. Hold on. Men are 10 times more likely to commit rape than men are to commit it. What do you mean? Do you mean that women are to commit it? They also say that only 1 in 10 go to the police. That means that half of the police allegations are false. I don't know if that math works out. I think maybe, but I don't know if you have that. I don't know if you've parsed that correctly, man. Yeah, he was also gaining in popularity before he was banned, though, too. Yes, that also happened too. Yes.
That's true.
Yeah. So let's talk about the recent arrest. Okay, the recent arrest that happened just a few days ago, because now we've come to this point. There was this fight between Andrew Tate and Greta Thunberg. So, hello Greta, I have 33 cars. My Bugatti has a W16 8-liter quad turbo. My two Ferrari 812 Competizione have 6.5-liter V12s. This is just the start. Please provide your email address so I can send a complete list of my car collection and their respective enormous emissions. So here's Andrew Tate filling up his supercar, and he's mocking Greta Thunberg for the environmental activism that she does, right? Thunberg replies with, "Yes, please do enlighten me. Email me at smalldickenergy@getalife.com." It's like, all right.
Okay. Kind of just like a weak. It's kind of like weak from him to just like randomly add her because she is somebody who's unpopular with the right, and it's just like, and look at how much cars I have. It's just like no matter how much car you have, you're only one person. There's only so much you can do.
Count it on your fingers, Dev. Fuck you, Spartan. But yeah, I know what you mean.
Her response is fairly weak too. It's just a small penis joke. It's just like, ooh, you got a small penis. Ooh.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. She shouldn't have responded at all, really, because that was an attention grab from him to add her to begin with.
Yep, that was attention seeking. Yeah, and also, thank you for confirming via your email address that you have a small penis, Greta Thunberg. The world was curious, and I do agree you should get a life. So, this is his response, and let's listen to his response, okay?
Release some greenhouse gases. I'm obviously a stranger to online controversy. It's not something I often do. But now, the mainstream press is commenting on the fact that I was informing Greta that my very extensive car collection with internal combustion engines, which run on dead dinosaurs, have an enormous emission profile. And she replied by telling me her own email address. Greta's email address is, I have small dick energy. Why would that be your own email address, Greta? Strange. I mean, obviously I don't want to assume her gender. It's 50-50, but it is what it is. I'm not actually mad at Greta. Please bring me pizza and make sure that these boxes are not recycled. Thank you. So
recycle your boxes, guys.
Greta, right? Because she doesn't realize she's been programmed. She doesn't realize she's a slave of the Matrix. She thinks she's doing good. Someone has sat her down and convinced her to try and convince you to beg your government to tax you into poverty to stop the sun from being hot. And then, because I called her out on it, the global Matrix got this bot farm to like and retweet and all this bot commenting to try and pretend that her telling me that she has a small dick in her own email address somehow teaches me a lesson. Welcome to a new episode of The Clown Show. But now I know, at least, that Greta, with a little hate-filled face, bitter, sitting somewhere without the heating on, in the cold, a little hat, shivering, views my tweets, which is going to make my Twitter account far more fun into eternity.
All right,
so, like, always, like, there's some rumors about the pizza boxes, but we'll get into that. But
we'll get into that.
Looking at this as a response in itself, it's a pretty weak and unfunny response. Like,
yeah, to
be honest, let's be fair here.
You know that meme where it's like two retards fighting?
Yeah,
that's
really
what this is. That's what this is. It's
just two morons fighting each other, having
over
interest
nothing.
Bad.
Yeah.
Like,
oh God. Phil Moore, $5. Conspiracy time. What if Tate was the fall guy for the WEF-backed Greta? That if he goes against the coming carbon tax, you'll end up like him. Yeah, dude, you might want to stop eating all that tinfoil, okay? But thank you for the $5.
Yes, George Soros is just out there in the back rubbing his hands together.
So, this was kind of stupid, all right? However, there was, shortly after this, that's when the Romanian police raided Andrew Tate's mansion. And the meme online was that, if you look at the pizza box, this is Jerry's Pizza. And Jerry's Pizza is a local pizza chain in Romania. And so the fact that he was stupid enough to have the pizza in the video is what allowed the Romanian police to find out where he was in Romania, raid his mansion, and then arrest him. And the pizza box, the fact, and you know, everyone likes a good narrative of, you know, the overconfident villain who has a massive ego, and his ego is his downfall, and so he flaunts his wealth, and he basically acts like someone who is pompous and arrogant. He brings the pizza box into the video. The pizza box is what the police use to capture him, and so
the arbiter of his own destruction.
Yes, that's the story. The issue is that it's not true. It's not a true story at all.
Yes.
And we can disprove it at this point. We can disprove the pizza box theory, but you know what? It makes for a really funny meme. I can appreciate a good joke.
Life is sadly not as cinematic as they are on detective shows.
Yes, yes.
What a made like a great Columbo episode, where it's just like, if we look at this pizza box, we could determine that this is the Jerry's Pizza from this area in Romania, and this is how we find him. It's like,
yeah.
It would make for a good story.
Mm-hmm.
It will make for, as people who played Skyrim would be like, the Dragonborn should strike me down. It would make for a better song.
So you have articles like Rolling Stone who are talking about, oh my God, how everything happened. He destroyed himself with the pizza box. Everyone's running with this story. This person, Andrew Tate's video in response to Greta Thunberg allowed Romanian authorities to confirm he was in the country and arrest him in human trafficking investigation due to the pizza chain shown in the 2-minute rant. So people are just saying this. And here's the source of the tweet, okay? Here's where it came from. I know you like this person, Lilith, but this person is absolutely a garbage fucking human being. I will get into why she is a garbage human being on another time.
I don't like her. I just like follow her. I follow lots of people.
She has done so much fucking lying. I'm going to have to do a video exposing this person one day because she is fucked. But we're talking about S-Queer, okay? She is known for just being one of those terminally online Twitteroids. Romanian authorities needed proof that Andrew Tate was in the country, so they reportedly used his social media posts. His ridiculous video yesterday featured a pizza from a Romanian pizza chain, Jerry's Pizza, confirming he was in the country. This is absolutely epic. This is the tweet that started it all, and it's
so epic,
it's
guys.
Fake. Yeah, it's fake.
Soy face, pointing.
Yep, and it's all fake.
Who uses epic in 2023 or 2022 when this took place?
Oh my God!
Epic.
The chat says Lilith is
the
chat says Lilith is a Keffels fan. What do you expect, Lilith? How do you plead?
I'm not a Keffels fan.
How do you plead on the Keffels?
I'm not a Keffels
on the
fan.
Keffels question.
I'm not. I'm not. I'm just not terminally online and to have like a villain of the week shit with her just obsessing over her dick is just okay. I don't care.
Actually, I don't think she has a dick anymore. I think she got the bottom surgery.
Oh, that's true.
But yeah, no, Keffels.
Her metaphysical.
Her ghost dick.
Metaphorical dick. Okay.
Yeah.
How about that?
Her phantom dick. Here's the thing, Keffels is a terrible human too. One day I have to do something on her, but honestly, Destiny basically destroyed her with the Keffels manifesto, so it's probably not even relevant anymore. She's vanished. Like, who talks about Keffels anymore? She's just gone. But anyway, this is the source of it, and in fact, after people traced it back to her and realized that she just said this shit, she had to give like this long thread about why I've gotten quite a bit of pushback about my pizza box tweet. I want to explain my thought process and acknowledge the fair criticism. I had no idea this would go viral. And here's a full thread explaining. And she said that she read reporting by local Romanian news saying that the investigators have been waiting for the Tate brothers to return to Romania before they arrested him. She decided to check Andrew Tate's social media, and he has been deleting things on his social media, so fair enough. She decided to check his Twitter account, and he posted a video titled Romania, but there's no indication where or when this video was taken. And so she's just doing the sleuthing. She's doing sleuthing. And she basically made the assumption that the police used the pizza box because all of his social media was either not in Romania or you couldn't tell when or where it was. So she assumed that because it's the only post with a confirmed time and place, that puts Andrew Tate in Romania in his home. So this was her assumption ultimately, and she admits that it was her assumption, and it went viral. And she's like, "Oh my god, I'm sorry." Ranger Hale, $2. Lilith, we all know you're an Epic Keffels fan. Oh, how could you?
Oh no. Exposed. Exposed like my dick.
Spartan Killer, $5. If you modify the feminist numbers to assume that women are just as likely to lie as a man is to rape, then 90% of them are false. Believe almost no women. Do you believe,
I don't think that's the case.
That women are as likely to lie as men are to rape?
90% of the...
Yeah, I don't know about that. To be honest, like
I don't think like the stats is anywhere close to that. I think the stats is closer to like 1 or 2%.
Yeah,
of rape accusations or lies.
That
Which,
whole,
I mean, it happens.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
like it's. I don't think it's like 50-50 or one or it's notable.
At the same time, though, like everyone says, like 1/3 of all women get raped in their lifetime, and I looked into that stat years ago. It's totally fucking false, dude. Oh my god, it's like it's ridiculously false. What that was is that stat came from an on-campus survey where they asked if men had ever like behaved weirdly toward them in any way, whether that be like rape or sexual assault or weird comments or like staring at them strangely from across the room but never approaching them, like the whole spectrum of strange sexual behavior up to the most benign shit. And 1/3 of women on campus said yes they do, and that was like translated into like 1/3 of women are rape victims, and it's like, no, they're fucking not. This is such bullshit. A lot of the stats on this are so dumb.
I don't think it's fair to just like equate that shit with rape. Like,
yeah,
okay, you got catcalled. That sucks. But, like,
some women like it. That really depends. But yeah,
I don't mind it personally. It's flattering, personally.
Yeah. Well, I think the trans experience might be different because it kind of affirms the fact that you pass, and that's always like it's more of a compliment to a trans woman than it is to a cis woman, I think, because if you're passing, then you're getting catcalled. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So anyway, I've actually asked V about this, and V's done a few videos. As well on his channel.
It's like how I don't mind like misogyny so much with joking, trans inclusive misogyny.
Based.
Or the based terms, or trans inclusionary radical misogynists.
Based.
Very.
I mean, you do seem to be. You have like some bimbo tendencies. Not gonna lie. So. It does end up working out that way. So
how
V,
dare you?
V, guys, V,
my
friend V.
I will get breast implants and ass jobs and to turn into a massive bimbo just to prove you wrong.
Oh, I see. Wait, don't you already have breast implants?
No, I've never had surgery before, actually.
Oh, I thought
I've
you
been
did.
thinking about it though.
I thought you did have them. Okay.
Nope.
Oh.
Only hormones.
All right. Okay, so my friend V, I've talked to him about this. I asked him like basically what like police procedure is And how the Romanian police would have actually tried to track down Tate if he's like flying around. So here's the thing. Firstly, if you're flying around on a private jet like Andrew Tate does, the private jet still has to go through customs. It still has to report to the government who's on it, who's coming into the country. It still has to report where the plane is going. So it's not like he's just sneaking around the world. That's not happening. So the Romanian government knows where he is and when he leaves and when he doesn't leave. Secondly, the police, they have a bit more power in Romania than they do in the United States. It's not the same country. So the police tend to conduct like a raid just to get information, and then they'll come back later and then arrest the person if they find enough information. There's no Fourth Amendment. There's no like you have the privacy of your personal effects and your communications and your letters. There's no Fourth Amendment. The cops can just come and take evidence. Now we can disagree with that, but different country, they do things differently. They probably shouldn't do it that way, but they are doing it that way. So what V believes, I think, is that the raid back in April was them collecting information, and which then led to an investigation, which then led to Andrew Tate actually being arrested. And there's also the practical idea that if, and this is for any police force, if you're going to go arrest a rich, powerful person, you want to make sure that they don't know you're coming, because if they know you're coming, they're going to get on their jet and fly away, and then they won't come back. So the police raided Andrew Tate out of nowhere, seemingly on the grounds of the evidence they collected from the April raid. So it seems like they probably have some real evidence on him. So it was nothing to do with the Jerry's Pizza, nothing to do with the pizza box, nothing to do with Greta Thunberg, nothing to do with any of this stuff. It was just the fact that Andrew Tate was back in Romania because he had just flown in from London. He was doing a show in London. He came back to Romania. They had the evidence. They went and arrested him. That's it.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's most likely what happened, and like the most logical explanation too. Whereas this like these investigations, they take a while, and they need to gather the evidence. They don't just go in there half-cocked and just do whatever.
You said you have to leave at some point. That's pretty soon, isn't it?
Yes.
45 minutes? Is it?
About, yeah.
Okay, so let's finish this up then. Okay, guys. What is this?
So yeah, the whole information about the pizza boxes would have made for a good story, would have made for a good song, but
not true. Nah,
not true.
It was funny though.
Far more like guess makes a lot more sense that this was like a month-long investigation where they had several
8-month-long investigation.
Like, 8-month-long investigation where they had like investigators combing through the evidence and building up a case against him before finally doing the arrest.
Yep. Now, of course, as part of the meme is the fact that the group of experts on action against trafficking of human beings in the EU is literally called Greta, Greta. So that like there are so many memes that were coming out of this, but unfortunately, it just turned out that
Greta
that's not how it is. Yeah.
Didn't just phone her Soros handlers and be like, "Hello, I've had a disagreement on the internet. I would like this person arrested."
Xavier in the chat. Lilith has to leave. Quick, Dev, get 20 people into the call to talk about anything with Andrew Tate. Not Lilith. Xavier, you fucker. Not this time. We're getting on with it. Okay, so. And it was ultimately confirmed by the Romanian authorities that it was not the police box. So this is from the New York Times. Andrew Tate is charged with human trafficking and rape in Romania. He's going to be held in custody for 30 days, though I think he's out again. But this just describes the story. And if you do Control F and you put in pizza, you see speculation online centered on whether a distinctive pizza box featured in one of Mr. Tate's tweets to Miss Thunberg had helped lead authorities to him. But Miss Bala from the Romanian police told the New York Times on Friday that this was not the case. So
Have you seen the sorry, a little bit off topic, but have you seen the memes from this? Like
Hmm?
what if it was a esoteric like fash wave or nationalist wave schizo edit of Greta Thunberg with look edited to look like a Aryan girl.
I mean, sure, it looks kind
And
of Aryan
it
already.
was like
but
a Greta victory.
the Greta
Well,
victory.
she's Swedish.
Yeah, she looks pretty. She looks pretty
She's
Aryan.
Swedish, so yeah. But this was her edited with like a Aryan, like a sort of like chiseled features with like a braided blonde hair and blue eyes. And it's just like
So
this is hilarious.
Let's actually get into the allegations, okay? So
Like,
Andrew Tate and his brother have been arrested on sex trafficking allegations by the Romanian police. They were busted in Romania Thursday related to sex trafficking allegations. So it does seem to be the case that whatever evidence they got back in April was enough to start a legal investigation into whether or not he was sex trafficking. And it seems like they have enough evidence for a legal case to haul Andrew Tate in front of a court as a sex trafficker. That seems to be the case. Okay. Now, people have had some crazy fucking insane takes on this. All right. You have like rightoids on the internet who are saying, oh my God, it's the deep state is coming after Andrew Tate because he's speaking out against the globalist agenda and they're taking down all opposition and they're banning people from social media. And then people on the left who are saying Andrew Tate is an insane rapist and he's mind raping millions of young boys across the internet and it's good that he's been taken out. And it's like, all right, guys, calm the fuck down. I like Asmongold a lot, but even Asmongold compared Andrew Tate's arrest to the CIA fucking with Martin Luther King Jr. And it's like,
Jesus.
Come on, Asmund, you're smarter than this. Come on, dude. He said governments frame people all the time.
If there ever was one.
Yeah. He said that Asmongold said that governments frame people all the time and they could be doing the same for Tate. And he compared it to Martin Luther King Jr. Whew. That's an oof right there, I'd say.
If there ever was one.
Yep.
Oof.
All right. So let's get into the actual evidence against Andrew Tate. And to be clear, the evidence is actually not conclusive. So every single leftoid out there who is cheering about how Andrew Tate is really terrible, from what we have so far, at least what the public has so far.
Oh, he is a shitty person. Just even without taking away his alleged or charged with crimes, which it is not proven guilty. We've got to see how the court plays out.
Yes.
But like, even taking away from that, his advice and the shit he says is pretty shitty by themselves.
Yes. So I will admit straight up that this next section of evidence I got specifically from Not So Erudite because she's been talking about Andrew Tate quite a bit over on her channel. She's great, by the way. You guys should go sub to Not So Erudite. She's a smaller channel that does a lot of good work, and she's also a good friend of mine. So she's been talking about Andrew Tate for I think for at least a week now, and I got a lot of this evidence from her. So this is not necessarily my work. This is the press release.
Stolen valor.
Yeah, stolen valor.
Just joking.
This is the official press release from DICOT. Okay, so DICOT is the Romanian federal police. They are the equivalent of Canada's RCMP and America's FBI. So they're the highest level federal level police. So this is their press release on the Andrew Tate raid. So on the 29th of December, 2022, the prosecutors of the Directorate for the Investigation of Organized Crime and Terrorism, together with police officers from the Bucharest Police, implemented 5 home search warrants. So they raided 5 places all at once looking for him because they didn't want him to escape. So they raided all 5 locations at once. They raided 5 home search warrants in a case in which investigations under the aspect of committing the crimes of constituting an organized criminal group, human trafficking, and rape. So, organized crime, human trafficking, rape. Those are the charges that they're chasing Andrew Tate on. So, at the beginning of 2021, 4 suspects, 2 British citizens and 2 Romanian citizens, constituted a criminal group, an organized crime group, in order to commit on the territory of Romania, but also a lot of other countries, such as America and Great Britain, the crime of human trafficking. The victims were recruited by British citizens by misrepresenting their intention to enter into a marriage and cohabitation relationship and the existence of genuine feelings of love, otherwise known as the lover boy method. We'll talk about that in a little bit. They were later transported and housed in buildings in Ilfov County, where, by exercising acts of physical violence and mental coercion, through intimidation, constant surveillance, control, and invoking of debts, they were sexually exploited by group members by forcing them to perform pornographic demonstrations for the purpose of producing and disseminating through social media, basically just making porn. The translation is not great, but we get the idea. So it sounds like Andrew Tate, according to the Romanian FBI, Andrew Tate had a network of people that would go to women, enter into romantic relationships with them. Once they have the woman, once the woman's fallen in love with them, they get them to move to Romania, where they turn them into cam girls. And they then force these women through various coercive tactics to produce porn on camera for them. And so this was taken from the press release justifying the raid of Andrew Tate's 5 houses in Romania. And Dicot released the footage of the raid, so we can see it here. Is there audio to this? Maybe not. I guess we'll see. So, they're knocking. They're in their SWAT gear, it looks like. They've got the battering ram to take the door down. They're going in through the mansion.
Mm.
Nothing else? No. Okay. You can go. Okay. This is his brother that has got? Because I know they arrested both the Tate brothers, so. Oh, there's the guns that they have. That's illegal in Romania. They have swords and axes. These are passports. They have money. Here's their work setup. A gorilla made out of dollar bills. Okay.
Okay. Why not?
Why not? It's blurry. Maybe they censored this for some reason. Oh, these are the cars. These are the cars that he has. Okay, can we skip ahead here? It's all just blurry stuff. What is this? Are these the passports? I mean, they're blurring sensitive stuff, and it's on a desk. That might be one of some of the passports he's taken. I don't know. $5 from Spartan Killer. Thank you again, man. You donated a lot today. Thank you. On a lighter note, there's a chick. There's a chick on an ad stuck to the window of the Taco Bell I go to that looks like Lilith. I enjoy your content on the hub, by the way. Is your porn videos on Pornhub? I know you have some old ones from before that might be there.
If they are, I don't know. Like, I don't think they're searchable by name, but it's possible.
There are gold bars on the
heard
table.
it was
Okay.
on Pornhub.
Yeah. Well, you're probably not getting any money off those. It's probably just like fans who uploaded your old
No, I
content.
don't.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
If you would like to support me directly, I have my not safe for work link
Yep.
in my Twitter account bio.
You've got a not
And
safe
I
for
have
work
my
Twitter.
Fansly linked in that. Yep.
And
I have my
OnlyFans and
Fansly
Fansly.
because
Yeah.
no OnlyFans yet. I'm trying to get verified on that, but OnlyFans verification is a bit weird.
Are
You
you
have to-
okay?
have-
Just out of curiosity, are you doing solo content or are you doing content with other people?
The latter.
Oh, really? Okay. Jeez.
Yes.
All right. So.
But I also have solo content up there too.
Yeah. If all you coomers out there ever wanted to see Lilith get fucked, I guess now is the time. All you got to do is pay for it. Listen.
Well, I also have free stuff uploaded on my own Twitter, not safe for work as well. So
listen, guys, if you're gonna simp for
support, appreciate
it. If you're gonna simp for a Twitch streamer, you might as well simp for someone where you actually get to see the porn of them. Okay, that's how it works. Someone in the chat's like, "No, return to Jesus, Lilith. Don't do it." Okay, so
maybe in a post-money society.
We're post-money society. You are a communist.
No, I'm talking about like a Star Trek, where we get replicators.
Replicators?
And where we could just print food for free.
Dev said nervously, wondering when he last saw Naomi. Listen, Naomi's also into dick girls, dude. Don't worry. There is not a single anti-dick girl cell in this relationship between Naomi and I. Okay, so on topic. Since you only have so much time.
Yes.
The Loverboy method is talked about here in the press release. What is the Loverboy method? You can see right here. This is from a human trafficking website. How trafficking happens, exposing the Loverboy method. So this basically just goes through what happens. A trafficker targets a young, low-income woman. He showers her with attention and affection. He asks her out. For a small while, he spares no expense to treat her like a queen. It's all part of a plot to win her trust. So lots of giving gifts, lots of love bombing, lots of stuff like this. Once the trafficker and the victim are romantically involved, he will invite her on a getaway trip. Sometimes he will ask her to move away with him for a better life. Since the woman's in love at this point, she often goes with him happily. So it's like, hey, listen, we've been dating for 6 months. We've been dating for whatever. You know, I got this new job opportunity. I got to move countries. I love you so much. Why don't you come with me? Then she says, okay. So they move from the UK or from France or from Germany to Romania in this case. Once they're out of the country.
I've actually had someone try to pull something similar with me.
Oh, yeah?
Point. I saw through that shit like from a mile away and just blocked them. Just,
someone in the chat is
fuck you.
Someone in the chat, Jesus Christ, are you going to co-star with Lilith? Dude, we're in different countries. Even my dick is not long enough to go from Ontario to California, okay? So, once they're out of the country, the trafficker strikes. Often he will confiscate her passport and documents. They'll take her phone. He then passes this woman off to another trafficker. At this point, the woman has become enslaved until partners like ours across Europe can rescue her and bring her back home. So generally, after the person who established the relationship brings them to another country, they then hand the woman off to a different group, and then that group either turns her into a prostitute, turns her into a stripper, turns her into a cam girl, something like this.
Yeah, that's just whack. Just don't ever fall for fucking scummy guys like that who'll just take all your money and like exploit you to the end.
Mm-hmm.
It's like make independent content.
Yeah.
If you want to do such a thing.
And the reason actually that this is this seems to be happening a fair amount in the UK because this is the same method that there was the Islamic grooming gangs. That was a big scandal in the United Kingdom, right?
In Rotterdam, where they had like 14-year-olds and 13-year-olds and shit like that.
What ended up happening is that like younger cousins of that family who were around the same age would get into relationships with these girls often in school, and then after they'd be like, "Oh, come with me to meet my family in the next town over." Then they go over, and then like the young cousin would hand them off to like the older men in the family, and then they would turn them into a prostitute, and then they'd go back and get another girl. So like,
Now, if
there
you want
was
to talk about grooming, that shit is like
yep,
abso-fucking-lutely grooming.
absolutely. But here's the thing: you can't talk about that in the UK because otherwise you're considered a racist.
I don't. I'm an American, so I'm free to talk about that shit.
Yep.
It's not good when Andrew Tate does it. It's not good when Muslims do it either.
Mhm. So it's
Andrew Tate claims to be Muslim, so
he does. Oh God. So basically, this is what the Romanians believe Andrew Tate is doing to foreign women and bringing them to Romania, and in fact, it is considered by this human trafficking organization to be the single most common method for enslaving women in Romania. This is the single most common method. So, do we know?
Sketch shit though. I don't know why like women would be like, oh, that's some guy showers them with dinners and riches and come to Romania. No, that should be your fucking biggest red fucking flag in the world. Block them right fucking way.
No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. But like, there's always the there's always guys who actually do it normally though, right? So like,
yeah.
I mean,
if it's some guy that's like exclusive to you and they actually love you and they actually want a relationship with you and they want you to come to their country, meet them, and form a thing that's real. Then yeah, that's cool. That's go for it.
Someone in the chat, no, Lilith, reject OnlyFans, marry and adopt kids and become a wholesome trad wife. Someone in the chat wants you to groom them. All right. Dragonfat says it's not good when Tate does it or Muslims do it, but what about Trandoshans like yourself, Lilith? Is it not okay when someone of trans characteristics grooms a child to be trans?
I don't think it's cool to groom anybody.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
There are absolutely gay people, queer people, trans people who do it. That's bad too. That's also bad.
If somebody who is like not trans and they, it's obviously not good to instill dysphoria in them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not good. That's not a very hard bullet to bite, Dragon Fat. It's pretty easy actually.
Easy peasy.
So anyway, Andrew, you only got like 20 minutes, so let's get through this because I want to show you these final video clips. Andrew Tate himself. Has he done this? What evidence do we have that he's done this, aside from what maybe the Romanian police are holding on to for trial? Let's see. This is from the Romanian Travel Agency, their page on Facebook. The truth about the Romanian mafia. Okay, this is from Andrew Tate's own website, cobratate.com. The truth about the Romanian mafia. Listen in, guys. Oops, where the fuck? Full screen it. There we go.
The other day, I got a message on Instagram, and it was from a young 17-year-old, and he said, I'll do anything. I want to be mafia like you. Can we work together? And I sat there and I said to Tristan, why does everyone think we're mafia? We're not mafia. Like, we don't run around with machine guns. I mean, obviously we have guns. Our house is full of machetes. Are we mafia? Anyway, I don't think I'm mafia. So I said to Tristan, look, we're not mafia. And Tristan goes, yes, we are. And I said, why? He goes, we're two huge fighting brothers with women naked on the internet who own casinos, who drive around Bucharest, Romania in over $2 million worth of fucking supercars. Everyone's afraid of us. And if anyone did piss us off at any point, even if we didn't want to fuck them up ourselves, we can make one phone call and they'd either be in a ditch or lose any right to stay here. They'd have some visa issue and get kicked out the country, or arrested for no reason and put in a jail cell for months at a time. We are basically as mafia as you can get. So I guess I'm mafia. I didn't mean to be. So I was sitting there going, well, I never intended on being an organized criminal. How do you end up being mafia? And I've concluded that if you are competent in every single sphere, you're going to be viewed as mafia. If you're a big, strong, smart, rich guy who's super well connected, how can you not be mafia? How can you not be when everyone wants to know you? Who doesn't want to know the kickboxing world champion walks into the club with 20 big booty cuties? Everyone wants to know me. The mafia want to know me. So I don't need to be mafia if all my friends are mafia. This is my point. So I replied to him and said, I gave him a job. I gave him a task.
Okay, this actually isn't relevant, but there's his statements on being mafia. He's like, I didn't mean to be mafia, but I'm unintentionally acting in many ways that the mafia in Romania does. Okay, so, all right. Is Andrew Tate an organized criminal? He seems to think that he didn't mean to be, but unintentionally he has become one. All right. Next up.
I was just saying that, though. It's just like, how can he not think that this would be used against him in the future?
Yeah, exactly, right? So here's another interview talking about the mafia. All right, let's hear.
Like, I live in Romania now, right? I'm not a Romanian. I live in Romania. Now, I think in the last census, it was 99.7% of people inside of Romania are ethnic Romanian. Like
99.7.
Okay. So nobody goes there, really. And you do get some interesting observations. I was Bucharest, the capital city. People always say to me, hey, Tate, are you okay over there? There's mafia and stuff. And I say, look, you live in London. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. Bucharest, the capital city, is extremely safe.
Really?
It's extremely safe. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. Yeah, there's mafia. But the mafia boys are not interested in your wallet. Like the chance of random violence is statistically zero. If you have a big mouth and make big enemies, you're going to go missing, right? But that's the same nearly anywhere in the world. If you're going to run around running your mouth, you can do that here in Miami, you'll get in trouble, right? If you show people respect, the odds of random violence in Romania is basically zero.
And just so we're clear as we go through this conversation, you're half black, half white.
Half black, half white.
All right. And going to a place like Romania, 100% white, 99% white?
Yeah, 99% white.
Okay.
It's 99% white. Everyone's white. And
so in a good case, people just think you're tan.
Yeah, they think I'm tan. But even some of my friends who came to visit me who are black, they don't really have a problem with it. But we're never going to be seen as Romanians.
That's my point. It's more so it's just very obvious because the country is so homogeneous in terms of the skin color.
Yeah, we're never going to be seen as Romanians. And it would be insulting for me to try and be a Romanian. This is what's kind of unique because in America, you can turn up here, you can look Japanese, you can be from Japan. But if you speak fluent English without an accent, you're American, right? But you can go to Japan and speak.
And that is a very aspirational thing and heavily encouraged by the country and not seen as a negative. It's actually seen as a positive. Hey, we want people to come here that are contributing to society, that are smart. We want them to become Americans, the American dream, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Basically, what you're saying is other countries, that's not true.
Absolutely not. You can go to Japan and speak fluent Japanese without an accent, be perfect. You don't look Japanese, you are not Japanese, and you will never be Japanese. You'll never be treated like a Japanese. And every man out there does not want his daughter with you because you're not Japanese. It's the same thing in Romania to a degree, right? I was in a taxi and it was 3 a.m. and these two girls were in the taxi and they were walking through the park. And I said, I still find it very strange that girls walk alone at night here, everywhere, and there's no problems. And the taxi driver said to me, yes, but they're Romanian girls. A Romanian wouldn't hurt a Romanian girl. As in, it's like, why would someone hurt her? Because we're all Romanians. That's completely gone from the West. So that was like mind-boggling to me. But then also, if the police stop me or something, I am treated with additional suspicion. Oh, especially because I have a nice car, right? I have 17 nice cars. Don't want to brag. But when I have 17 supercars. But if I get stopped in the Lambo or the Ferrari at night and they come up and it's a foreign plate, it's a British plate car, and they come up and they find out I'm American, they do call for backup. They are very sketchy. They're like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Is it because you're American, because you're half black, or because of the car? Or
I think it's a combination of everything.
All three.
But I've been in the car with my Romanian friends when the police stop them, and it's far more relaxed. It's far more like, hey, you were speeding. Oh, no. And they're like, yeah, I was speeding. And they're not angry. Like, it's kind of interesting as well, because an American cop, if you speed, will be genuinely mad at you for breaking the law, whereas a Romanian cop will be more like, we all do it, but I got you, ha ha ha. And they all laugh and have a joke, and then you pay a bribe and it goes away. It's like, it's very much more chilled. But when I get stopped, it's not chilled. I'm not a Romanian.
Would American cops be more chill if they got the bribe?
Maybe. But then also, no one runs from the police. Police never get shot. Like, it's just a different environment completely. Like, there's never been, I think the police have killed one person in like 22 years or something. Like, no one, it's just a different environment. It's really, really safe place overall. So it's kind of cool from that perspective. And you're right, but the way I'm treated in Romania, in America, if I was treated that way in America, I'd be kicking off and I was racist. But they're racist. They are racist. But I just think, I'm on their turf and I respect it. So it's like, it is what it is.
Kind of almost.
So there we go. That's his talk about living in Romania, about the mafia, the police in Romania, his seemingly how he treats the police in Romania. But yeah, that's another drop of evidence to add into the pile of evidence. Dragon Fat says, I didn't choose the mafia life. The mafia chose me. Mafia life chose me. LMAO, it's the thug life phrase. Yeah, literally the thug life phrase. Got a super chat from Rexness as well. To Lilith's point, it's easy for this to happen as many women these days, specifically the ones on these podcasts, are seeking these sugar daddy types. Yeah, more than ever now, there are women out there who are looking for basically just to find a rich guy to give them a shit ton of money and then just have sex with them. And so when you're already that blatant about your intentions, it's easy to get roped into something that is nefarious. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just have some more self-respect for yourself. Just you don't have to put up this shit just because some guy's rich and he has.
Yeah. Wait, Dragon Fat, why'd you time out that comment from Nathaniel? That was a completely reasonable comment. No, he's fine. He's fine. Bring him back.
What did he say?
He said, "This guy must have the most fragile of egos. He constantly talks himself up." Yeah, that's a fine comment. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
How do you untime out him? Ah, you fucker. God damn it, Dragon Fat. Stop fucking around. $5 from Phil Moore. After all is said and done, I think we can conclude that Tate is not that bad. Mostly misunderstood. And we can wish him all the best. Not yet, because there's still a bit more to go over. So.
Now he's kind of a dick. I mean, I don't like him, and like we'll see how the court plays out.
Check this out. Check out these next 3 clips are all stitched together, and they all retell the story of how he pulled himself out of debt in a different way. So listen to this.
Story, but fuck it. Fuck it. We're on one of the biggest podcasts in the world. I'll tell it. So I owed some money to some dangerous people. We won't tell that story, but I needed money fast. And I had 70 grand. I needed 100 to stay alive. And I wasn't fighting for a while. At the time, it was the only way I was making money. So I thought, you know what? I'm sitting there. I had 70 grand cash in my house. I'm sitting there and I'm like, you know what? Sometimes, Tate, God just loves you and you just get lucky. You're going to go to the casino and you're going to make the 30. So I told Tristan my plan. He's like, bro, what if you don't do it? I was like, bro, if I don't do it, we're fucked anyway. Like, they're going to get us eventually. We're going to end up dead. So I took 20 of the money, went to the casino, and lost it all. So I came home. Now we owe 50.
What did you play in the casino?
Right. So I know the odds. I know that statistically the best odds are blackjack. And I know that you can memorize perfect strategy in blackjack, which I've memorized. So I know that you have the statistical best odds in blackjack if you memorize perfect blackjack strategy, which I have done.
What, counting cards?
It's not counting cards. It's just knowing when to hit, when to stick,
knowing when to hit, when to stand,
based on the
every
dealer's card
scenario,
showing,
yeah.
etc. But I prefer roulette. And the reason I prefer roulette, even though the odds are trash, is because I feel like in roulette, I have no control. So if I lose, I feel I have a clearer conscience because I just put the money down. I ain't got anything to do with it. Whereas if I hit when I go bust, it's my fault. And the fault annoys me.
How do you play roulette? Do you just go red or black, or do you do ins?
No, I do numbers. I have like 5 or 6 numbers. I put a bunch on for like 5 numbers, not too many, and I just fucking let it spin.
Lucky numbers?
Yeah, lucky numbers, yeah.
We got to run some steak after.
Yeah, let's do it, bro. I know a lot about gambling. I know a lot about the odds of gambling. I know that there's absolutely nothing you can do on a roulette board that affect the odds of roulette.
Mm-hmm.
So single zero roulette is 2.7%, I believe. On a single zero roulette, if you play for long enough, you're going to lose 2.7% of your money over a long enough period of time. It doesn't matter how you bet. It doesn't matter if you bet on one number, all the numbers. It doesn't matter if you bet on red, black, blah, blah, blah. That's the stake built in. So it really doesn't make a difference what you do. So I just bet on these same 5 numbers that are my numbers for personal reasons, and that's it. So I lost 10 grand on roulette. Thought, fuck it, got up the odds. Went to blackjack. Stuck to perfect strategy, got wiped out, got fucked. Came home, now I'm 50 G's down. So I said to Tristan, we got a week to pay this money. I'm not going to leave my bedroom until I find a way to make 50 grand. It's a really long story, but fuck it.
Okay, there's the first part of the story. Andrew Tate owed $100,000 to some shady characters, and he won't tell you why. It's something that he did in between professional fighting and webcamming. There was some shady stuff he did in his past that he doesn't ever talk about, okay? But he owes a lot of money to to people who are willing to kill him, okay? That's part 1. Here's part 2.
Yeah, I just like to add, like, roulette's, like, it's commonly known as having, like, the worst odds for returns.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Out of any casino game.
Yeah.
Never fucking bet on roulette. You're an idiot if you do.
Yep.
You're probably better off betting on lottery.
So here we go. Part 2. How does he get his money?
The whole time. And I got to the point where I was trying to write down my assets. So I got a BMW. What's that worth? 22 grand something. I had a rented apartment. I'm big and strong, but I'm already fighting. I'm smart, but I'm already trying to make money. I'm just writing down everything I have. And I had like these 5 girlfriends from fighting all around the world, right? So I'd fly to Paris. I'd knock someone out. I'd fuck a ring girl. And then she'd be like, oh, you're the champ. You're the champ. I'm like, yeah, I love you too, baby. And I'd leave. And they'd think like I was this big baller in London. I mean, I had an apartment and a nice car. My life was fine. But I also had some problems from a previous life, which I can't talk about on the internet. And
Can't talk about it.
They were still in love with me. So I was texting all these bitches, whatever. So I had these 5 girlfriends in these 5 different cities all around the world. So I thought, well, are the girls an asset? Well, they have beauty. Beauty's valuable. So I guess they're an asset. Maybe they can like lend me the money or get jobs and pay me the money or some shit. Because I need to pay this money. I'll pay them back, but I need to pay this money. So I wrote them down. Anyway, as I was thinking, what can these chicks help me in any way? One of the girls offered to lend me like 5 G's or something. It didn't really help. And I'm sitting there thinking, can these chicks help me in any way? And I'm not a ruthless person. I'm really not an evil person that they try and paint me on the internet. I am not the guy who's going to put a bitch on the track. I'm not the guy who's going to hard pimp a bitch, make her fuck dudes. I'm not that guy. I don't like those kind of things. I don't want anyone to touch my chick. Strip club, maybe, but then to open a strip club, you need money, right? How the fuck you open a strip club with no money? You need to build a strip club. It takes money. So I'm sitting there, and I'm Googling on the internet, like strip clubs, or I was Googling like remote jobs, London, trying to see if there was some remote work I could tell my girlfriends to do online remotely to get the money. And I could tell the guys, look, I'll have the money by this day. And then between me and them and more of the incomes, I could pool the money and get the money, boom, boom. And while I'm looking up remote jobs, in the corner, one of them little videos comes up, talk to live girls now. You know those fucking things are on the porn sites. I've never been a porn guy. I still am, not to this day. I don't see the attraction in porn. I've never really been a porn watcher. I can really state under God, I've watched less than an hour of porn in my life. I don't find it interesting. I don't watch it. I don't go on the website.
You never ripped porn?
Never. It's not my thing. It's just boring. So I've never been a porn guy. So I didn't know how big like chatting to girls on the internet was. So I clicked on this advert. There's some chick sitting there talking to dudes, bring money on one of these websites.
Super chats, baby.
I wonder how much she's getting. So
send some, guys.
This webcam thing, and I realized these girls are making bank. These girls are making fucking money. Bro, I've been taking notes the whole time.
Okay, so he's looking for ways. He's documenting all of his assets, to try and pay back the $100,000 to the shady characters. He realizes that he has 5 girlfriends that he can try to make money using them, and then he discovers online camming. All right. $2 from Phil Moore. The poll board on 4chan said that Andrew Tate's dad was CIA. It's possible. I don't necessarily trust poll, but we'll see.
But wouldn't that make him like less likely to be feted? I
don't know, man. I don't
if
know.
If anything, that should be like a point against him.
Maybe
for that.
If
it's true.
Yeah. So this is him describing how he gets into the business that he's being accused of opening up. So I don't know if this is good for him, but let's see. Let's see the third part.
Chicks in. None of them knew about each other. Nothing. Thank you. Sat down at a nice restaurant.
We heard this part of the story
Tristan,
before.
He flew 2. I flew 5, 7 girls. So look, about to get rich. This is my plan. I'm going to do this. I put a spin on it, of course. Big boss, big G, got big opportunity. This money's been invested.
Put a spin on
I've
it.
always wanted you to live with me. Now's your chance. You can leave Paris. You can leave Croatia. You can leave whatever. You come live in London with me. You're going to do this. You're going to be rich. I'm going to be rich. Blah, blah, blah. Put a spin on it. You're all going to live here. Of my 5 girls, obviously they all kicked off. Who's this bitch? Who's this bitch? Who's this bitch? I'm like, look, you're all mine. Get over it. Talk about money now. This is a higher purpose. But you fucked her. Yeah, I fucked her. Who cares? We're talking about money. We're talking about millions. Get over it.
I'm shitty
Someone
that
got upset. They'll start arguing. Whatever.
I'm taking his story at face value, but it's pretty shitty that he wouldn't like tell those girls what's happening though until
until they get there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
3 left, 2 stayed, and that was the beginning of the empire. The 2 who stayed bought some laptops, sat them down, said, "Look, you're gonna get this much percent. I'm gonna get this much percent." Wasn't exploitation. They wanted to do it. They were like, "Yeah, this could fucking make some money. All right, well, cool. Let's try it." And me and these 2 chicks started the company from the ground up, and we started doing 15, 16, 17-hour days. Now, when the girls were at the computer working, I was at the computer the entire time. Because another thing I learned from doing this business, I learned something about women, is that they are intrinsically, I don't want to use the word lazy, but I will. They have no interest in world conquest. They want to be comfortable. If you show a woman how to make $1,000 an hour, she'll think, I can work 2 hours a week. If you show a man how to make $1,000 an hour, he'll think I can make $18,000 a day. We want to conquer the world. We want all of it. We want all of it.
Not to cut you off, but I agree with that completely. And OnlyFans has proven that.
It's proven it. They're lazy about it. There's like, give me enough for food and rent. Can't be bothered. Lazy. They're lazy. Yep. So we didn't have time for lazy. Right? So I flew all 5.
Okay, so that's his. He owed money to people who were willing to kill him if he didn't pay him back, $100,000. He flies the girls out. He claims that it was consensual on the part of the girls. And so he starts his cam business. Now he's being charged with bringing girls to Romania by getting into relationships with them, and then forcing them to stay there through holding debts over their head, through coercion, through other things like that. There's the old videos that we showed off at the start of the stream where he's beating these girls and he's claiming that it's consensual, and one of them said it wasn't consensual. Like, there's no direct proof yet, but there is a pattern of behavior that says if this guy is guilty, I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Yes. Like, same deal with here. Like, he seems pretty skeevy, but like, if what he said, like, if everything he says can be taken at face value and he's not lying, it's skeevy but not illegal. But like, if what the Romanian authorities are saying is true, then yeah, arrest him. Fucking.
Yep.
So we will have to see how the investigation plays out, I guess.
Yep. Well, there's one more wild card. There's one final wild card to put this all together. Okay. So, by the way, it is funny watching like traditionalist conservatives defending this guy.
Yeah, because he's about as like
I
don't know if he was.
He's
like,
almost a pimp. He's almost a pimp.
Yeah, basically. Like.
Yep. 10 pounds from JJ. Thanks very much, dude. Even if Tate is genuinely innocent from the charges, I think we can agree he's still a terrible person. Also, I hope this helps out, Dev. Thank you very much, JJ. Very appreciated. There's one final thing to point out. So let's go back to this one. Here's that Romanian video where they were raiding his 5 compounds, right? You can see there's guns. This, like, I don't know guns the way that you do, Lilith, but this looks like a reasonably modern gun, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Made in the 90s, 2000s, 2010s, you know. It's not like a historical gun. It's not from 150 years ago or something. It's a reasonably modern firearm. Okay?
I'm not sure what the make and model is, but it looks kind of like a Beretta.
Yeah. So.
But like, I don't know. But there's also a chance it could be airsoft, but he claims he has guns, so.
Yeah. He has, like, there are several weapons here. There's ammo. There's passports that, like, these are a bunch of passports lying around. This seems like what everyone's saying that it is by looking at there's the money, there's bullets. Like, this seems like what it is, you know. But the guns are the important part.
It's like a GTA safe house.
Yeah. So the guns are the important part of the conversation because here is Romania's gun laws. All right, I dug this up. Romanian gun laws. Who can own or conceal carry what types of guns? We can zoom right in on it. So, security forces can own guns. They use them while they're on the job. They can't own full armor or full auto or armor piercing or incendiary ammo or explosives, but they can own guns. There are some citizens who can concealed carry. They can only own 2 weapons. So these are magistrates, diplomats. These are police. These are military. All right. They can only own short weapons, so pistols and revolvers. They can only own 2 guns. They can maximum own 100 cartridges and 50 blanks. And they can only concealed carry. They cannot open carry. All right. Your average person cannot own guns. They can only own non-lethal weapons. So they can own guns that fire rubber bullets, for example. They can have tear gas, but they can't own actual weapons that can kill people. All right. Weapon collectors, people who collect weapons for a historic reason. They can only own weapons that were designed before 1945. All right.
Okay.
They can own short guns, like pistols and revolvers. They can own long guns, but not automatic ones. Hunters can only own long guns. They have to go through a license to become a hunter, and they have to transport it in a sealed box, not loaded. They can only own, so they can't own short guns. They can only own long guns. All right. And then you have.
I'm not saying it's not Beretta, but you know what? That's fine. I'm not like an expert.
Right.
Who can tell at a glance.
You can. Then the 6th classification are people who own gun ranges, professional shooters, so people who like, compete in the Olympics for shooting or whatever, and also the coaches of those people. So people who shoot recreationally as part of a sport. They can only own guns that are in use at a range. They have to be licensed, and the licensing, getting a license takes several hundred hours of training, and they can only carry the weapon at the range. So, of these 6 classes, if the Tates owned their guns legally, they're not security, they're not diplomats or police or military, all right, and they're not magistrates. They're probably not weapon collectors, and none of those guns look like they were before 1945. They don't seem to be hunters because those weren't long guns. They're probably not range officers, though they could be. They could be professional shooters, but we have no evidence of that. They never said anything about professional shooting before. If they are just a regular Joe, they can't own any weapons at all. So, even if it turns out that Andrew Tate gets off on the charges regarding trafficking women, if that all turns out to be smoke and no fire, if that all turns out to be nothing, he is fucked on gun charges. He's absolutely fucked on gun charges because those seem to be real guns. There is no way he has the legal right to own guns in Romania, and a gun offense in Romania is nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah, it's a European country. And...
Yep. Oh god, he's claiming he registered his house as a range.
Okay.
I mean, maybe, but that's kind of cope, isn't it? That's kind of cope. But yeah, there's a bunch of stuff here we're not going to go through. It's just the how to join one of these classes that you can own a gun in Romania. I don't believe that Andrew Tate can legally own his guns, and so even he's probably fucked at this point. He's probably fucked. All right. Now we don't know. Everyone wants to give like a super hot take on this. We don't actually know. If I had to take a guess, I think he's probably fucked on the gun charges, and maybe he's guilty on the human trafficking stuff. We just don't know. There's not enough information, but I do think it's pretty reasonable to say that Andrew Tate is a scummy fucking person.
Yeah, I would say so too. Like the legal charges, we'll have to see what the Romanian court and his lawyers how they argue and see how things turn out. However, either case, he says some things that are like there's nuggets of truth in them, but so does everybody.
Yeah, yeah. He seems like a pretty skeezy person.
He seems pretty skeevy and sleazy, even if what he does is legal. It's still yeesh.
And then finally, his worst crime of all. This is, you know what? Forget about the human trafficking shit. Nobody cares about that shit. Forget about the guns. Forget about all of it.
Well, I do.
All right? Forget it. No one cares. None of it. It all pales in comparison to the worst crime he committed. Here's the worst crime he committed. If you are over 15 and like cartoons, you are a loser. Anime, Dragon Ball Z, etc. No excuse. Plus, any woman loses respect for you. Grow up. All right? Never seen Star Wars. None of them. Never will. OMG, you're missing out. Maybe. You're missing out on being a multimillionaire. Keep your movie. All right? This is worse than anything else. He doesn't like Dragon Ball Z and Star Wars. All right, we got to go after him now, guys. That's too far.
Don't listen to him. Don't listen to Andrew Tate Kings. Find yourself a woman who will appreciate your anime figurines.
She's
out there.
Find yourself a woman who will come on your anime figurines with you. All right?
Yes.
That's what you need. That's what you need.
So true.
So that's all I've got for Andrew Tate. Lilith, you said you got to take off to go to work soon, right?
Right.
Yeah, because you're also at the end of your rope as well, and so am I. I've got to go have some dinner. I might do a gaming stream a little bit later tonight, guys. So come back to the channel in maybe about 2 hours. I might do a stream. I missed a stream earlier, so I want to catch up on what I've missed. You know what I mean? $2 right at the end. Life in prison now. Yeah, I don't know what punishment is suitable, but I don't think he's innocent. I think he's guilty of at least something. He seems to be a guy who has a shady past, and he's trying really hard to make it not a shady past. But I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so, friends. I don't think so. I think
somebody wishes I have a good day. Thank you. I wish you have a great day too. And
yes.
In fact, I wish all of you who are nice have to have a wonderful day.
Yes, absolutely. So I'm going to stream in a couple hours after dinner. Come by and say hello if you feel like it. It'll be like a more laid back stream playing some video games. We're going to go raid Arch Arch is currently streaming an Archcast right now. Let's go over and say hello to him. Thank you for all the super chats. Thank you for all the support tonight. We really appreciate all the donos because I am inching closer and closer to being able to actually do this in a more professional capacity. We're working there. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. So thanks very much for your support. As I said, I'm taking a week off starting on the 6th, so you'll miss me, I'm sure, but don't worry, we'll be back and it'll be better than ever. We had a great New Year's. Guys.
Yep. Have a wonderful New Year and a wonderful decade.
This won't be settled in courts. It'll be settled with cash. Maybe Andrew Tate will just pay everyone off. Who the fuck knows, right? But he does seem to be kind of a scummy person in the end. If you're out there simping for Andrew Tate, you got to rethink your life, dude. Especially if you're a rightoid. If you're a conservative simping for Andrew Tate, you got to figure a few things out. All right.
Pick a better role model.
Yeah, turning girls into prostitutes and cam whores is not. That's not a conservative thing. That's not like following the Bible, guys. You guys got to figure some things out.
It's not based on trad pill at all.
Yeah. Let's go raid Arch. Thanks, guys. We'll see you later. Have a good one. I love you.